ఇప్పుడు
కొంచెం ఇంప్రూవ్ చేయాలి కదా.
ఇంతే ఉంది సార్, ఇంతే ఉంది, ఇంతే ఉంది. मैं बजा रहा था, आप बजाओ. ఒక నిమిషం సార్, ఆర్సీ పుणे నుంచి చూద్దాం.
हमारा सिस्टम है.
నన్ను చూసారా సార్? నేను తరైలా. ఆయన నాటి ఇది ఈయన వీడు పిఎస్ఓ, పర్సనల్ సెక్యూరిటీ ఆఫీసర్ ఆఫ్ దలైలా. నోబడీ ఈజ్ అలౌడ్ టు గో టు దలైలా. దలైలా यू विल होल्ड माय.
आपने शेयर किया है क्या? शेयरिंग बंद की?
नहीं, अभी मैंने कुछ नहीं. एक मिनट,
शेयरिंग बंद की जाता है तभी आएगा.
कहाँ है जूम?
शेयरिंग बंद कर दिया. स्टॉप शेयरिंग.
क्या
आ रहा है नहीं क्या? मैं लेना पड़ेगा.
जन जन का यह जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय. यह जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय. यह जन जन का
Hello. Hello. Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Very
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Yeah, very good morning, sir.
Good morning, friends.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Nimbate.
Good morning, sir. Namaskar. Sir.
So again, we are back for
Good morning, sir.
Bharat Shreshtha. Good morning,
sir.
Krishna Rao.
Yes, sir.
Sharma garu.
Good morning, sir.
Tripathi, good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Shivaswarup. How are you?
We are fine. So we are on virtual platform.
Yeah,
So Saunand and Dr. Nanda,
Good morning to all, sir.
good morning. It's nice. Ek Bharat has made us to join virtually. Tripathi, आपका म्यूट है. No, still mute him, Tripathi.
Sir, very good morning to everybody, sir. Shall we start the program, sir?
It is 11, na? Just 1 minute, we will start. I spoke to Dr. Mahapatra. He is having another engagement, so he may not join. UC Pandey, just now I spoke. He is in some other meeting. Whenever he completes that, he will join us. Okay. So, Nimbate, whether Padole sir will be there or anyone else will be there.
Sir, sir is in important meeting, so chances are very less. Sir would be joined for this meeting.
Okay,
So
so,
we'll go ahead with sir.
so Saunand, do accordingly. Huh?
Yes.
UC Pandey joins, you can invite him. Okay.
Yes, sir. So, shall we start the program?
Good
Yes, sir.
morning,
We
Dr.
can-
Latika Mishra.
Sir, namaste, sir.
And I welcome all our experts also. So we will start with the Kulgit as per the schedule.
So, may I now request Mr. Joshi to play the full gate, please?
जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय यह जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय सरल सुगम शिक्षा का आलय जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय ज्योत जलाए ज्ञान की स्वाध्याय की अनुसंधान की राह दिखाए वंचितों को शिक्षा के अधिकार की ना उम्र का कोई बंधन ना बंदिश परिधि की घर घर है बना शिक्षा का देवालय यह जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय
जन जन का मान है, सम्मान है, पहचान है।
जन जन का मान सम्मान पहचान है
राष्ट्र का आह्वान है, वरदान है, अभिमान है।
राष्ट्र का आह्वान वरदान अभिमान है सर्व सुलभ सर्वोत्तम शिक्षा का है वादा मुक्त और दूरस्थ शिक्षा का महाल यह जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय देश विदेश पटल पर भूषित नवाचार से सज्जित गुणवत्ता से परिपूरित ज्ञान वाणी ज्ञान दर्शन ज्ञान कोश से संचित ज्ञान कोश से संचित सर्वगुण संपन्न शिक्षा का हिमालय शिक्षा का हिमालय यह जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय जन जन का विश्व जन का विश्वविद्यालय, जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय, जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय।
Thank you very much, Mr. Joshi. Namaskar. My name is S. Sonan and I am Assistant Regional Director. I welcome you all to this program of Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat week under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Friends, we are very much honored to have all the regional centers from Odisha and Maharashtra for this unique initiative of knowing each other's culture. As we all know that from Mumbai, there is a train called Konkan Express, which starts from Mumbai and passes through entire Maharashtra and goes up to Puri Jagannath. The confluence of cultures of Mahanadi and Godavari are seen in this today's Ek Bharat Shreshtha program, which enhances the interaction between two great states of Odisha and Maharashtra. From Konkan to Konkan, from Kolhapur to Koraput, from Pune to Puri, from Mumbai to Bhubaneswar, from Nagpur to Cuttack. Today we shall be embarking a journey of this lovely confluence of two great cultures. For the first time in the history, IGNOU's regional centers in East and West, that is Odisha and Maharashtra, are witnessing this confluence to know about each other's cultures under the Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat program under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Friends, Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat program aims to enhance the interaction and promote the understanding between the people of two different states. And this concept was given to us by Government of India under the Honorable Prime Minister's vision. The states carry out the activities in order to promote the sustained and structured cultural connect in the areas of language, learning, culture, traditions, music and art, tourism and cuisine, sports, and sharing the best practices of each other to each other. So friends, at the outset, I welcome our regional directors from the state of Odisha, namely Dr. S.K. Tripathi, Senior Regional Director of Regional Center Bhubaneswar, Dr. B. Rajgopal, Regional Director of Regional Center Koraput. We have with us Dr. P. Shivswarup, Senior Regional Director of IGNOU's Regional Center in Nagpur. I have the pleasure of inviting Dr. D.R. Sharma, Senior Regional Director of our own Regional Center Pune, and our colleague, Dr. E. Krishna Rao, Regional Director, IGNOU Regional Center Mumbai, who is with us to witness this unique program of Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat program. At the outset, may I now request Dr. Shivswarup to give his introductory remarks and welcome remarks.
Good morning, friends, and good morning to all the participants of this national webinar. And at the outset, I welcome Dr. G.N. Nimbate, Head Department of Humanities and Social Sciences of VNIT Nagpur, our partner institution in this Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat week under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And it is a pleasant occasion to have this virtual conference of two states. Even the earlier Nagpur Regional Center has organized Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat in association with Dr. Nimbate of the VNIT-IIIT of Maharashtra and Orissa. He will give more details about the EBSB activity. So let me share few points for this objective of this program. So as Saunand has said, Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat, it aims to enhance interaction and promote mutual understanding between people of different states and union territories. So among the participants itself, we have various people from both the states, like Dr. Tripathi and Rajgopal representing from Odisha, and Dr. Sharma, Krishna Rao, and myself, Saunand, Venkateshwarlu, Shashi Kumar, Dr. Nimbate from Maharashtra, and we have identified experts on the topic also from both the states, so that the participants will get a better exposure of the theme, what we have planned. And we should know that India's uniqueness is expressed in many forms. We know that India is a country of diversity, but this diversity, we hear the title like Unity in Diversity. But if you see, this theme for this webinar we kept as Unity through Diversity, because I will just explain what does it mean, unity through diversity. India is seen as a seat for major world civilization than a mere nation state. It is not like a simple country like Italy or UK or someone else. It is seen as a major world civilization, and India's uniqueness is expressed in many forms through the people, through the culture, through the landscape, through the customs, and through the food. Everything is unique for a particular region. And this Indian culture varies like its vast geography. People speak in different languages, dress differently, follow different religions, eat different food, but are of same temperament. That is the connecting point for all of us. And when you move from south to north, when you start traveling by road from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, you will find different people, different food, different languages, different dress culture, different, everything different. Even the weather conditions are different. But still, you enjoy, you feel happiness, you feel comfort wherever you go. That comfortness is the happiness you feel. That is the true unity we enjoy. And these regional territories in India, they play an important role in differentiating the ethnic groups with their own social and cultural identities. When there are regional entities like Tamil Nadu, you find a different culture, different dress culture, different food culture, etc., like this. And the Honorable Prime Minister, he said, we are culturally integrated and cultural diversity is a joy. So we enjoy the cultural diversity. And India's uniqueness is expressed in many forms through people, culture, food, etc. And food is a major reflection of culture. So this webinar, we chose the topic of food and to introduce Maharashtrian food and its varieties to the Odisha people and Odisha food items to Maharashtra people, so that it is for knowing each other. And here I will conclude by saying feedback by a foreign tourister who keeps on coming to India, and many times if it is common for us, we don't identify it. Here one Israeli tourist, he said, Indians are filled with respect and do not judge. He believes that Indians are least judgmental people on earth. The atmosphere here allows you to be what you choose to be and to do what you feel right for you. He says that Indians are least judgmental. They allow you whatever you want to do. And he says, people of India have good vibes. This is something you feel everywhere around you. So the foreigners feel that Indians have a very positive vibes and they welcome the foreigners or wherever, whoever are they. And we are very positive towards every other person. These are the positive comments I could share when we are discussing about Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat. So even the National Education Policy 2020, it emphasizes knowledge of India as part of the National Education Policy. And this webinar is also part of that, knowing knowledge of India, knowing food culture of different states. And I welcome you all, my colleagues, and Dr. Nimbate, Dr. Parvajana, and all the experts. And I stop here and I wish Dr. Sonam to continue the activity. Welcome you once again.
Thank you very much, sir, for such a crispy and a very nice welcome address and giving the brief background on Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat and about today's webinar on Unity through Diversity, Marathi and Odiya Foods. At the outset, I thank you for introducing this program, sir. Friends, we have with us Dr. G.N. Nimbate, who is the head of the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences and also coordinator of EBSB, that is Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat program in VNIT Nagpur. So may I now request Dr. Nimbate to give broad objectives of Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat. Dr. Nimbate.
Thank you so much, sir. Namaskar to all. Good morning to all and heartily welcome to this national webinar jointly organized by IGNOU and VNIT Nagpur on Unity through Diversity, Marathi and Odiya Foods. As we know that Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat is the initiative and dream project of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. According to the perspectives and objectives of the Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat, it tries to inculcate the certain things which are required towards our humanity, under which unity in diversity, promotion to the national integration and emotions of patriotism in the minds of our Indian citizens, to promote Indian culture and civilization for the welfare of humanity in the world. That is why we thought Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Eradication and elimination of the various existing social problems with the community efforts with context to our Indian society as well as of our India. Indulgence of professional ethics and human values in educational curriculum activities and to ignite our young minds towards the social sensitization with context to our India. Environmental protection and awareness towards it is the main objectives related to our Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat. As far as the VNIT Nagpur is concerned, plenty of activities we have carried out under the Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat, such as visit to rural society and identify the various existing problems and intervene towards the science and technology. Our NIT is the engineering college, and under it we try to sponsor the plenty of projects to eradicate the certain agriculture, social, economical problems of the farmers in our regional area. Working with various NGOs for social cause, we are associated with plenty of NGOs. Some are regional, some are state level, and some are national level. Collaborative manner, our students, our staff also try to provide these certain facilities for their development. Teaching to the students in the slum areas of Nagpur city nearby our VNIT. We have the Prayas Club, which is the social club of our VNIT. Under it, social volunteers, Prayas volunteers, they go to the slum areas, they teach to the kids who are there, and even we have the very good result, positive result. So many kids are there, they qualified their scholarship examination in the merit, and they're getting the fund and certain things from our government. Organize youth conference and workshop to ignite the young minds toward the social sensitization. That is one of the aspects which comes under the Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat. And every year we organize the certain workshop, conferences. We call to the experts, we call to the renowned person, we call to the social worker, we call to the sociologist, and we try to ignite the young mind towards the patriotism as well as to maintain the national integration in our country. Also, we have organized jointly activities with the IGNOU Center Nagpur, our Honorable Shiv Swarup sir, who always help to us, who always guide us, and National Institute of Technology Raurkela, which is a pair institute with our NIT, and collaboratively manner, we carried out the certain so many activities. Organized poster, model, cycle rally for the promotion of national integration under Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat, and so many things we have carried out to initiate it originally to provide the awareness to the citizen in our country. Under Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat, we can work for the betterment of the society as well as our India. I express my heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Director Sir, Dr. Pramod Padole, due to some important work he could not join to our national webinar, for encouraging us and to go ahead with a certain passion. I also thanks to Dr. Shiv Swarup Sir, who always with us, and he guide on the various occasions, and he helped to us organize this certain national webinar and some activities. it's my sincere duty to thank all the dignitaries who are present in this national webinar, and also thanks to all who are connected directly and indirectly for successful of this national webinar. With this, express my heartfelt thanks to all who are connected to this event, and thank you to all. Jai Hind. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir, for such a wonderful explanation of the concept of Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat. And I'm sure with such an approach, we can have a real grassroots level development as far as our nation, our great nation is concerned. Friends, we have been informed that Professor Pramod M. Padole, Director VNIT, is not in a position to join today due to his sudden preoccupation in his official matters. So, and also Dr. UC Pandey, the Director of Regional Services Division, IGNOU, shall be joining with us subsequently in the program, because there has been a foreign delegation in New Delhi for which he is to attend the program. So directly we go to the journey of knowing each other's cuisine, and in order to take take all of us to this lovely journey, which is always I say that it is a gut wrenching journey, because the cuisines and the flavors from two different states today will enable us to know not only the dishes, but also will invite each other to each other's state for tasting the food. So at the outset, I now request Dr. Shakti Sharma, who is the coordinator of IGNOU Study Center 36040 in Nagpur. Over to you, Dr. Shakti Sharma, for introducing our celebrity chef, Shri Vishnu Manohar, famously known for Vishnu Ji Ki Rasoi. Over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. A very good morning to everyone. And we are privileged to have with us Sri Vishnu Manohar, sir. He is an Indian chef, entrepreneur, cookery book writer, and sir has said, he owns a chain of restaurants, not only in India, now he's approaching to US also. Working as executive chef for Manohar Hospitality Private Limited, sir completed his Bachelor of Fine Arts and then turned into entrepreneur. A trained commercial artist, Vishnu sir gave up his chain palate and opted to pamper palates, for he knew that a way to man's heart is through his stomach. Having operation in India as well as abroad also. Working with Manohar Group since 1988 onwards as an executive chef, in the year 2010, he joined as a director with Manohar Hospitality Private Limited. Vishnuji is a celebrity chef and has numerous
I believe there is a break in the signal.
India and abroad, including Dubai, Bhutan, Singapore, Nepal. He holds the world record for the longest paratha ever made, measuring 5 feet long and 5 feet wide, weighing 35 kg. He also holds a record of non-stop 53 hours of cooking. Latest with record is a record for the largest serving of rice and beans, that is 3,000 kg. He is working as host on Doordarshan Cookery Show. Recently, his CD and videos has been based on gravies has been released. He has established a chain of themed restaurants, Vishnu Ji Ki Rasoi, in various cities of India, and now soon opening a restaurant in US as well. Entertaining, he's passionate, inspiring speakers, and is present in India and abroad along the globe. He has numerous awards also to his name. In 2005, he was awarded for Maharashtra Times bestseller cookery book entitled Bharatiya Curry Hai Russia. 2007, he was a recipient of the Veer Puruskar. 2009, awarded Initiating Maximum Cookery Show on Television Award. 2011, he is the recipient of prestigious Sarthi Award. And he has over, some 50 books to his credit. Today, we are fortunate to have sir with us. I invite sir to deliver his talk on exploring Maharashtrian culture through food. Welcome, sir.
You may unmute your mic. Your mic and the camera are not on. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hear me? Yes.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah. सबसे पहले मैं सभी का धन्यवाद देता हूँ, इग्नू का धन्यवाद देता हूँ कि आपने मुझे यहाँ पर बुलाया, और जो कि महाराष्ट्रियन रेसिपीज, महाराष्ट्र से मैं हूँ, तो महाराष्ट्र का कल्चर और मराठी व्यंजन, महाराष्ट्रियन पदार्थ, उससे मेरा बहुत करीबी दृढ़ ऐसा नाता है मैं कहूँगा। और इसकी शुरुआत हुई थी उस समय जब मैंने आज से तकरीबन 16-17 साल पहले ईटीवी मराठी पर एक प्रोग्राम शुरू किया था जिसका नाम था मेजवानी परिपूर्ण किचन। और ये चैनल जो था, तो ये चैनल रीजनल चैनल था और फ्री टू एयर ऐसा चैनल था। तो जिसके कारण क्या था कि मुझे पता था कि इस चैनल में मैं जो भी बताऊंगा तो रीजनल लेवल में गांव के लोगों के पास ये रेसिपीज जो है मेरी वो जाने वाली। तो मैंने फोकस मेरा किया सारी ट्रेडिशनल रेसिपीज पे। और जब ट्रेडिशनल रेसिपीज पे फोकस इसलिए किया क्योंकि जब कोई छोटे गांव में कोई रेसिपी बनाता है तो उस समय क्या होता है कि मैंने कोई एक वर्ल्ड क्यूजिन में से कोई अलग एक रेसिपी निकाली और उनको यदि मैंने वो प्रेजेंट की तो उससे क्या होगा कि जो चीजें ए ग्रेड सिटी में या बी ग्रेड सिटी में मिलती है रेसिपीज को लगने वाली, वो सारी चीजें छोटे गांव में नहीं मिलती। और यदि मैं ऐसी कुछ आउट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड रेसिपीज बताऊं तो छोटे गांव वाले नहीं बना पाएंगे। इसलिए मैंने फोकस मेरा जो है तो ट्रेडिशनल पुरानी रेसिपीज पर किया, जो कि मुझे मेरी माँ ने, मुझे मेरी दादी ने, मेरी दीदी ने ऐसी सिखाई थी। और उस पे ही जोर देने के बाद मैं शायद उसमें एक्सपर्ट हो गया और इतनी सारी रेसिपीज ढूंढे कि आज तकरीबन एक मैंने गवर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र के लिए मराठी का खाद्य संस्कृति कोश जो है उसका मैं को राइटर हूँ और मिसेस पाटिल, मिसेस सुजदरे हमारी राइटर है। तो उसमें तकरीबन 6000 ऐसी रेसिपीज है जो हमें पता नहीं, जो किसी को पता नहीं। और इन 6000 रेसिपीज में और भी बढ़ोतरी हो रही है नंबर्स की। और वैसे देखा जाए तो महाराष्ट्र में वात्स्यायन भरत मुनि इनके ग्रंथ में महाराष्ट्रियन रेसिपीज का एक हमें उल्लेख मिलता है। और ईस्वी सन 365 में स्तंभ के ऊपर श्रीधर वर्मा का सेनापति जो सत्यनाग जी थे, उन्होंने खुद को महाराष्ट्र प्रमुख कहा था। और उसके बाद में हम ईस्वी सन 1300 में आते हैं तो नल दमयंती, नल राजा तो थे, वो अच्छे शेफ थे, बलवाचार्य उन्हें कहते थे। तो उनकी रेसिपीज भी मैं काफी माने उस समय की रेसिपीज में बनाता हूँ। और जहां तक मेरा कहना है कि महाराष्ट्र राज्य मराठी व्यंजन या मराठी खाना और महाराष्ट्र के साथ साथ बाकी लोगों को भी पसंद है। महाराष्ट्र इतना बड़ा है और महाराष्ट्र में कोंकण में क्या बनता है विदर्भ को नहीं मालूम, विदर्भ में क्या बनता है दो खानदेश को नहीं पता, खानदेश में क्या बनता है मध्य महाराष्ट्र में नहीं पता। इतनी सारी रेसिपीज है। एक हम सोल कढ़ी यदि ले ले तो सोल कढ़ी जो है तो ये सोल कढ़ी कोकोनट से बनती है और उसमें कोकम यानी आमसूल का इस्तेमाल किया जाता था। ये सोल कढ़ी तकरीबन 8 से 10 किस्म की बनती है। जब कोकण से हम गोवा तक आगे जाते हैं उस समय अलग अलग टाइप की ये सोल कढ़ी बनती है। और हर रेसिपी का मैं ये कहूँगा कि एक कनेक्शन जो है वो महाराष्ट्र में कल्चर के साथ साथ वहाँ के जो त्योहार मनाए जाते हैं उसमें किया है। अब जैसे एक छोटा सा उदाहरण मैं देता हूँ, ये तो जैसे अब जनवरी में ठंडी होती है और ठंडी के सीजन में हमें ऐसी कुछ चीजें खानी चाहिए जो हमें शरीर में गर्मी पैदा करे। तो फिर सरसों है, उसके बाद में तिल्ली है। तो तिल्ली का इस्तेमाल तिल गुड़ के साथ साथ तिल गुड़ की रोटी बनाते हैं, तिल गुड़ के लड्डू बनाते हैं और उसका संबंध जो है सीधा संक्रांति से जोड़ दिया गया, तो जिसके कारण वो लोगों के पेट में जाता है। ऐसे ही फिर अलग अलग त्योहार है जिसमें कई बार पूरन का इस्तेमाल होता है। पूरन की रोटी होली के समय खाते हैं, तो उसका भी कहीं ना कहीं संबंध हमारे त्योहार और हमारे शरीर और हमारी जो भौगोलिक परिस्थिति है उसके साथ किया जाता है। एक बहुत अच्छा मैं उदाहरण हमेशा देता हूँ कि जब किसान अनाज उगाता है और अनाज उगाने के बाद उससे पहले उसका भोग जो है भगवान को देता है, तो उस समय क्या होता है कि वो खाने के पहले उसका भोग भगवान को चढ़ाता है। उस समय दो किस्म की चीजें बनती है। एक बनती है देवखीर। जो देवखीर जो है, तो जितने भी अनाज होते हैं वो सारे अनाज इकट्ठा करने के बाद उसको पीसा जाता है। पीसने के बाद उसका एक आटा गूंदा जाता है और आटा गूंदने के बाद उसकी ऐसी पट्टी, ऐसे लंबी लंबी पट्टी काटकर दूध में इसको पकाया जाता है, जो कि खीर जैसे बनता है। और फिर उसका भोग जो है भगवान को चढ़ाकर फिर अनाज जो है दूसरी जगह बंटवारे के लिए तैयार होता है। तो ये हमारी श्रद्धा है, ये संस्कृति है। उसके साथ साथ एक और मैं कहूंगा कि जिस समय नया अनाज निकलता है, जैसे उड़द की दाल है, चावल है, वो चावल इस्तेमाल करने के पहले कोजागिरी आती है, कोजागिरती जिसको कहते हैं। तो उस समय दूध पीते हैं, सभी को मालूम है, और उसको चांद को उसका निवेद्य चढ़ाया जाता है, उसका भोग चढ़ाया जाता है। तो उस समय भी कोंकण में चावल के फरे बनते हैं, उसको मराठी में कहते हैं कि तांदुळाचे फरे। और ये फरे किस चीज के होते हैं? उड़द की दाल होती और उसमें बीच में कुछ स्टफिंग होता। उड़द की दाल को पीस के सौंफ वगैरह डाल के उसको थोड़ा सा स्पाइसी बनाकर चावल जो है, चावल को पीस कर उसका एक लोई बनाकर उसके बीच में स्टफ करते और उसे स्टीम करने के बाद उसको ठंडा करके दूध के साथ परोसा जाता है उस दिन। उसी समय उत्तर प्रदेश में मैं देखता हूँ कि चावल के फरे बनते हैं, इसी टाइप के बनते हैं, बट वो डीप फ्राई किए जाते हैं। तो संस्कृति और खाना और भगवान, ये कहीं ना कहीं हमारे साथ जुड़ा है। ऐसा मैं कहूंगा कि जैसे जब भी सोल कढ़ी का मैंने आपको ये दिया, विवरण दिया, उसी प्रकार जो ग्रेवीज बनती है, ग्रेवी इसको नहीं कहते, ग्रेवी कहे तो हम फिर यूपी या दिल्ली साइड चले जाते हैं कि वहां पे ग्रेवी अलग अलग टाइप की बनती है। तो यहाँ पे वाटन कहते हैं महाराष्ट्र में। तो ये वाटन जो है, तो वाटन यानी सब्जी को जब हम पकाते हैं तो उसको थोड़ा गाढ़ापन लाने के लिए, उसको रसीला बनाने के लिए जो चीज हम उसमें डालते हैं, तो जैसे मराठवाड़ा में हम जाते हैं तो उसमें कारळ नाम की चीज होती, कारळ। तो ये ऐसे धान्य काले कलर का होता है और थोड़ी एक बहुत बढ़िया उसकी महक होती, खुशबू होती, उसको पीस के डालने से वो ग्रेवी जो है हमारी गाढ़ी बनती। कोंकण में हम चले जाते हैं तो उसमें नारियल का इस्तेमाल होता है। जब हम यहाँ पर विदर्भ में आते हैं तो यहाँ पर चने की दाल और उसके बाद में जवारी और चावल, ये सारा पीसकर वो ग्रेवी में लगाते हैं सावजी लोग। अब ये सावजी के बारे में भी इसके बाद में बात करूंगा, पर ये जैसे कारळ है, उसके बाद में नारियल है, उसके बाद में जो अभी मैंने कहा जिसको सौताला कहते हैं, सौताला। तो ये सौताला के साथ साथ एक औरंगाबाद जब हम जाते हैं तो उसमें भी एक आमटी बनती है जिसमें 2-3 किस्म के मसाले होते हैं, गेहूं होते हैं, उसको भून के अच्छे से पीसा जाता और फिर वो ग्रेवी में या सब्जी के साथ डाला जाता है। जहां तक सावजी व्यंजन की बात है, तो सावजी लोग जो है ये बुनकर समाज है और ये बुनकर लोग मध्य प्रदेश से माइग्रेट हुए महाराष्ट्र में। कुछ लोग यहाँ पर नागपुर में रुके और कुछ लोग सांगली, सातारा, कोल्हापुर वहां तक चले गए। दोनों सावजी है, दोनों बुनकर है। आपने देखा होगा कि सावजी लोगों की, ये बुनकर लोगों की साड़ियां नागपुर की फेमस है और दूसरी सोलापुरी चादर जो वो भी फेमस है। उसके साथ साथ उनका खाना भी काफी लोकप्रिय हुआ। उसके पीछे 2 कारण हैं। एक तो क्या, सावजी लोग ये जो है कपड़ा बुनते थे, साड़ियां बुनते थे, और उसके साथ साथ पीछे में उनका मांगठा कहते थे, हाथ करघा जिसे कहते हैं, हाथ करघा, हैंड वीविंग कहते थे। तो वो साड़ियां बनाते बनाते उसी वही एक साइड में चूल्हा होता था, खाना बनाते थे, साड़ियां बुनते थे। अब जो साड़ी लेने या कपड़ा लेने कुछ लोग आते थे तो वो देखते थे कि यार इनके घर में बहुत अलग टाइप की महक है, अलग टाइप की खुशबू है, तो इनका खाना खाकर देखें। तो कई लोगों को उनका खाना भी अच्छा लगता था, तो उन्होंने भी देखा कि चलो भाई अपना खाना पसंद आ रहा है लोगों को, तो क्यों ना हम लोगों को इसका मजा दे, उनको चखाए खाना। और धीरे धीरे लोग क्या करने लगे कि उनको ऑर्डर्स देने लगे। और आज नागपुर में तकरीबन 200 से 250 दुकानें या घर ऐसे हैं जिसमें सावजी टाइप का खाना बनता है। और गोलीबार चौक नाम से एक जगह है, वहां पर ये सब खाना बनता है। और धीरे धीरे जैसे पावरलूम्स आ गए तो हैंडलूम्स कम होने लगे, तो इन्होंने खुद को माइग्रेट तो किया था, अपने बिजनेस को भी माइग्रेट कर दिया। और वो सावजी स्टाइल का जो खाना है वो सारे महाराष्ट्र में, क्या महाराष्ट्र के बाहर भी लोकप्रिय है, फेमस है। और हाल ही में अभी हमने जब 3 साल पहले मैंने तकरीबन यूएसए में 3 रेस्टोरेंट्स खोले, तो अभी 4था रेस्टोरेंट मैं खोलने जा रहा हूँ जिसका नाम है नागपुर सावजी। तो सावजी किस्म का जो व्यंजन है वो अभी आपको हिंदुस्तान के बाहर भी मिलेगा। और उसकी एक अलग स्टाइल है, बनाने की भी स्टाइल अलग है और उसका टेस्ट भी बहुत अलग है। ज्यादातर नॉन वेजिटेरियन रेसिपीज उसमें काफी प्रचलित है। और सोलापुर में ये जो सावजी लोग गए तो उनको देखो कल्चरल टच कैसे मिल गया कि कोल्हापुर में लाल मिर्च का इस्तेमाल होता है, तो वहां का सावजी या सावजी खाना है वो उसकी ग्रेवी जो है वो रेडिश हो गई, यहाँ की जो ग्रेवी है वो ब्लैकिश हो गई। तो ऐसे सारे व्यंजन है। और वैसे देखें तो महाराष्ट्र के व्यंजन में थोड़े हल्के मसालेदार व्यंजन शामिल है, जिसमें फिर गेहूं, चावल, ज्वार, बाजरा, बाकी सब्जियां, मसूर और सारे फल फूल शामिल है। और इसके साथ साथ मांसाहारी व्यंजन भी काफी लोकप्रिय है। जैसे कोंकण में चले जाए तो फिश काफी खाते हैं, वहां पर अलग अलग टाइप के फिश बनते हैं। और मुंबई, पुणे जैसे मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटीज में शहर की जो आबादी है, अलग अलग टाइप के जो लोग आए हैं, उनके कारण वहाँ की खाद्य संस्कृति अलग टाइप्स की हो गई है। जो मूल उनका खाना था वहाँ का तो वो भी खाती है, बट साथ साथ में ये जो थोड़ा फैंसी टाइप का व्यंजन है, उड़पी स्टाइल का व्यंजन है, उसके बाद में इडली डोसा, इसके साथ साथ थोड़ा सा इंडो चाइनीज का प्रचलन भी वहां पे बढ़ गया। और केवल मराठी खाना में कहूँ तो उसमें मोदक है, उसके बाद में पोटैटो है, आलू है, इसका इस्तेमाल बहुत ज्यादा होता है। मराठी खाना या व्यंजन जो भी है, महाराष्ट्र के मराठी लोगों का जो व्यंजन है उसमें कई प्रकार के व्यंजन बनाए जाते हैं। मैंने बताया कि 6000 रेसिपीज उसमें हम बनाते हैं। और मैं कहता हूँ कि मराठी में जितनी चटनियां हैं और जितनी साइड की रेसिपीज है उससे कारण मराठी का खाना और मेरे ख्याल से अमीर होता जा रहा है। हमारा कहता है कि मराठी खाना जब परोसते हैं उस समय भी थाली में किस टाइप से मराठी खाना परोसा जाता, उसका एक रिदम है, उसका एक नियम है कि सबसे कॉर्नर में कॉर्नर नहीं, सबसे सामने नमक परोसा जाता, राइट हैंड में सब्जियां होती, सब सब्जियों में एक फल भाजी, दूसरी जो है स्प्राउटेड वाली एक सब्जी होती, तीसरी जो है पातळ भाजी कहते हैं। तीनों स्टाइल का खाना, तीनों का बनाने का तरीका अलग होता है। और लेफ्ट हैंड में चटनियां होती जिसमें सूखी चटनी और कोशिम्बिर और हरी चटनी, लाल चटनी, जो थोड़ी सभी कुछ स्पाइसी होती, कुछ फिर तीखी होती, उसके बाद में खट्टी होती, मीठी होती। तो ये सारी सपोर्टिंग, मैं कहता हूँ कि ये सपोर्टिंग एक्टर्स है चटनियां। और मराठी यदि कोई जानता हो तो मैं कहूंगा कि मराठी मध्ये डाव आणि उजव, डाव मीन्स दाया थोड़ा सा नीचे वाला, राइट मीन्स अव्वल वाला। तो राइट की सब्जियों को अव्वल बनाने के लिए चटनियां काम में आती। तो हमारे एक मराठी के लेखक है, उन्होंने बहुत अच्छी किताब लिखी थी, मुझे नाम नहीं पता उन लेखक का, डाव तरीही उजव, माने लेफ्टी है फिर भी राइट है, क्योंकि वो सब्जियों की मिठास जो है, सब्जियों की टेस्ट जो है वो बढ़ाते हैं। और मेरे पास अभी जो किताबें, मैंने तकरीबन 52 किताबें लिखी, तो 52 किताबों में एक चटनी की किताब है, उसमें तकरीबन 450 चटनियां और कचुम्बर के अलग अलग किस्म की चटनियां कचुम्बर है कि जिससे कुछ हमारे शरीर को मिलता है। अब देखिए कि जब खाना बनाते हैं, मैंने जब भी कहा कि इसमें ऐसी कुछ चीजें डाली है तो हमारे शरीर के काम में आती है। जैसे आप अभी देखते होंगे कि सलाद वगैरह का प्रचलन है, उसके साथ अलग अलग डीप्स बनाते हैं, अलग अलग ऑयल का इस्तेमाल करते हैं। तो शास्त्र में ये कहा गया है कि किसी भी कच्ची सलाद के साथ यदि हम ऑयल का सेवन करते हैं तो वो हमारे पेट के लिए, स्वास्थ्य के लिए अच्छा होता है। तो उस समय क्या होता था कि ककड़ी के एक खमंग काकड़ी हमारी इसमें महाराष्ट्र में काफी प्रचलित है, और जिसको क्या ककड़ी के साथ साथ फली दाना होता, फली दाने का चूरा डालते हैं, गाढ़ा मलाईदार दही डालते हैं, नमक और शक्कर के साथ साथ इसको मिलाकर उसमें तड़का डाल के फिर वो खाने के साथ परोसा जाता। अब मुझे फिर अभी याद आया कि भैया अभी देखो ये तेल डाल रहे हैं, उस समय फली दाने के द्वारा तेल डालते थे जिससे स्वाद भी बढ़ता था और हमारे शरीर के लिए वो लाभदायी होता था। तो ऐसे सारे हमारे पुराने जो लोग हैं, हमारी दादी है, मासी है, मम्मी है, इनके कारण ये सारी रेसिपीज मैंने सीखा और अभी भी मैं इस पर क्या कह रहे हैं कि अभ्यास कर रहा हूँ। और इतना सारा है मराठी व्यंजन के बारे में कहने के लिए, और हमेशा मराठी व्यंजन का जो संबंध है तो किसी ना किसी त्योहार से किया जाता है, और त्योहार से संबंध जोड़ने के साथ साथ उस समय की भौगोलिक परिस्थिति क्या है, शरीर को हमें क्या खाना चाहिए, इसका संबंध इसमें जोड़ा जाता। और बोलने के लिए बहुत कुछ है, बट समय की हमारे सभी के पास कमी है, तो मुझे यहाँ पर बुलाया इसलिए मैं गुरु का धन्यवाद देता हूँ और आशा करता हूँ कि जो कुछ भी मैंने कहा तो आपको पसंद आया होगा। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir.
धन्यवाद सर।
थैंक यू।
आपका जो आपने महाराष्ट्र का जो सफर,
हाँ,
साओजी से लेकर कोंकण तक और कोंकण से लेकर कोल्हापुर तक, कोल्हापुर से लेकर मुंबई तक और मुंबई से लेकर पूना तक,
हाँ,
जो आपने व्यंजनों का ये जो सफर और ये सफरनामा हमें सुनाया, ये वाकई हम लोगों को ऐसा महसूस करवाती हैं कि हम इन जगहों पर गए हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। At the outset, on behalf of Indira Gandhi National Open University, I thank you, Shri Vishnu Manohar sir, for giving such a beautiful update on the Maharashtrian cuisine. I'm sure our colleagues and friends from Odisha would be coming to Maharashtra and tasting the beauty of Maharashtrian cuisine. And at the outset, on behalf of all the regional centers of Odisha and Maharashtra, that is Pune, Mumbai and Nagpur, एंड उड़ीसा में हमारा भुवनेश्वर और कोरापुट के रीजनल सेंटर और बाकी सभी रीजनल सेंटर की तरफ से आपका तहे दिल से धन्यवाद। तो आ जाइए, अब हम आपको लेके चलते हैं उड़ीसा की ओर, जहां हमें श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण दास और श्री आदित्य सिंह देव वो हमें बताएंगे कि उड़ीसा के व्यंजनों के बारे में, और महाराष्ट्र की तीखी और तड़केदार सब्जियों का सेवन करने के बाद जो है अब हम जाएंगे उड़ीसा की ओर। बट उसके पहले मैं निवेदन करूंगा डॉक्टर एस.के. त्रिपाठी, सीनियर रीजनल डायरेक्टर रीजनल सेंटर भुवनेश्वर से, कि वो एक ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन दे श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण दास एंड श्री आदित्य सिंह। ओवर टू यू डॉक्टर त्रिपाठी सर।
Dr. Savanand, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to introduce our experts, those who are present today in this online platform, to present talk on the traditional cuisines of Odisha. All of us know that Odisha is a state with enormous possibilities, and it is famous for Lord Jagannath, and maybe that is due to the reason why people all over the world come to Odisha, and they enjoy the flora and fauna of this particular state. You see, Odisha is a land of rich cultural heritage, and if you just go to the four corners of Odisha, you will find in the north the beautiful Tiger Reserve is located. If you go to west, you'll find the longest, hydropower project, Hirakud Dam, is available there, and at the same time, the Leaning Temple, that is Huma. If you go to south, which is the Koraput region, of course, you'll find the highest peak of the state, that is Deomali Hills, is located. And if you go to east side, you will have the long coastline, that is around 485 kilometers long coastline, which is attracting lots of tourists all over the world. These are only the tip of the iceberg. There are plenty of lesser known places in Odisha, which is very important to know on the part of all of us. And maybe that is the reason why some of the experts have opined that we should have a small webinar and invite the students, those who are, the students of Masters in Tourism Management or BTS Bachelors in Tourism Studies, etc., to know about the lesser known places. There are many places which are not known. And you know, the people of Odisha are very much fond of food. In every 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, you will get different type of local foods. Of course, the main food is common throughout the state, but the local foods are different, that vary from place to place. And to talk about different types of food, we have the honor of having Sri Lakshminarayan Das, who is the principal of Golap Institute of Hotel Management and Tourism Studies. Sri Das has around 22 years of experience in teaching MBA and especially marketing management. He has published 25 research and scholarly papers in national and international journals. He has also published 5 book chapters, of course, 5 book chapters in national and international publication houses. He is the reviewer of many national and international journals of repute. He has been acting as examiners to a few institutes and universities of national importance. He has a vast experience, teaching experience, and experience of campus placements, of course. He has worked as a trainer in the Skill India and evaluator for NSDC in retail management. He's also working as advisor for some consulting firms in Bhubaneswar and in Kolkata. We are very happy that he is with us, and he will be talking about some special foods which are available in the locality, or which are mostly prepared by different localities of the state of Odisha. Along with him, there is another senior faculty, Sri Aditya Singh Deo is also there, and he's also a faculty in the Golap Institute of Hotel Management. Sri Singh Deo has a lot of experience in different hotels, Park Group of Hotels, Swasti Group of Hotels, and Dolphin Group of Hotels. And he has also association with Ramoji Film City, Hyderabad. He is presently working as assistant professor in Golap Institute of Management. He is also with us, and he will also add to the presentation which will be given by Sri Lakshminarayan Das. So this is all about our 2 experts. So thank you very much. Now over to Sri Lakshminarayan Das for his presentation.
We can't hear you, sir.
Dr. Das, if you are listening to us, kindly unmute yourself and come online.
I think there is some problem with the audio. We can't hear you, Dr. Das.
So have you given?
Dr. Das, we are not able to hear you. Please check up your audio.
Sir, at the bottom you have the icon for mic. Please see if you have joined using the Wi-Fi. The icon of mic or a headphone would be there, sir. It will say dial in or join using Wi-Fi and cellular data.
No,
it is
it's
better
not.
to log out and rejoin. Sometimes connection will set then.
And it will ask for the permission to use your mic. You allow for mic permission.
Dr. Das, you can just log out and then log in. And join using mic.
Dr. Das, can you hear us, sir? Are we audible to you, sir? If yes, please show a thumbs up. Are we audible to you, sir? Yes, sir. Now you're joining in, sir. Perfect. Unmute yourself, sir.
Unmute yourself. Still you are not audible, although you have joined with your mic and
Sir, you try
camera.
speaking without the headphone, sir. So just take out the headphone pin and try speaking directly to the laptop.
Yeah, now am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, very warm good morning to Regional Director of IGNOU Center and Deputy Director of Bhubaneswar Regional Center, Dr. Nanda. It's my pleasure to join such a nice interaction process of a food cuisine system of Odisha and Maharashtra. Basically, though I'm a management faculty, but I have a wide spread of taste of food of state of Odisha. Basically, I'm a very foodie person, and generally I prefer to go by. I don't know whether again it is very healthy or advisable or not. Zomato is my favorite food chain. Basically, I search many good foods in Zomato in each and every weekend and try to understand the basic norms of food, what again the restaurant is again selling, and based on that, I enjoy the food. Before going to the entire system and concept of what again the Odisha is again famous for, as again director sir told very nicely, in every 50 kilometers or 100 kilometers, we will get a change of flavor in the food. Like we have now, I'm sharing this entire my viewpoint from the state capital Bhubaneswar. Just 30 kilometers away, there is a place called Pahal. P-A-H-A-L-A, Pahal. Pahal is again famous for Rasagola, which what again popularly called in Odiya, and again it is famous for, and this is the product which is again approved by GI tag by Government of India. Some years back there is an infighting between us and West Bengal, and finally Odisha government owned this particular GI tag for Rasagola. Go to another, you can call the 15 kilometers away, Cuttack city is there. One of the most, you can call the traditional historical city of not only in Odisha, but only in the country. 1000 old, you can call the traditional city of Odisha. Famous for many foods. I can say the best, you can call the recognition, what again Cuttack can give us the aludam dahibara. Aludam and dahibara. One of the famous, you can call the, even you prepare vada, add a curd, and again add many kind of the potatoes, and again add as many as good recipes, as many as good masalas to make the entire, you can call the product very spicy. Go to another 100 kilometers away, there is a place called Dhenkanal, again famous for, you can call the dahi vada. So similarly, if we travel all across the different part of the state, food is really amazing, I can say. And as again, the regional directors are told, one of the world's best kitchen is Lord Jagannath kitchen, which is again preparing, you can call the foods for 10,000 people each and every day with 1,000 very, you can call the qualified chefs. I don't understand any hotel industry can engage this much number of the chefs across the globe. Whatever the, you can call the leading hotel chain we may discuss. But Lord Jagannath temple is again such a temple which is again prepared the food for people for a single day with a help of 1,000 approved and again very qualified chefs who prepared many kind of the, you can call the food items. Very healthy, not spicy, not any kind of the things what again prepared by the Lord Jagannath Puri. And if we travel all across the part of the state, then again we'll get one of the very, you can call the common product what again everyone needs is Dalma. Dalma is one of the things which is again mixed of many kind of the vegetables and again many kind of the different cuisines, different cuisines you can say. Vegetables and different kind of the cuisines again they prepared and under Dalma. Many others, what again we have prepared will be delivered by my senior colleague Aditya. But before handovering to Aditya, I can say this much thing. Odisha is again famous for food, dance, sports, and again their loving approach to many kind of the humanity. I will request whatever maybe the participants and again academic dignitaries are associated with this noble program organized by IGNOU must visit once Odisha. We welcome them to state of Odisha. That time whatever again we are discussing currently, you will be the part of this kind of foods. Now more about this particular food items. We have prepared some 20 to 25 numbers of the good cuisines. Let again, now I'm handovering to my senior faculty member Aditya. He will explain you the entire thing of the category of the foods. This is what the introductory part, what again I told you, and I told to the education dignitaries. Let again listen from my colleague Aditya about the entire thing of the food chain process of state of Odisha. To Aditya.
Good morning to all of you. Good morning, sir, Regional Director, sir, and Deputy Director, sir.
Kindly speak little louder, sir.
So as sir told that about the dishes of Odisha, as sir described precisely, like it has lots of traditional values of Odisha. So, like sir described, it has a lot of dishes, but I just want to describe about the dishes of Odisha, which is how it is prepared and what the ingredients and what is the recipe of the dishes. So, just a short introduction about that cuisines of Odisha. Odisha cuisine is the cuisine of the state Odisha. It has developed over the time with local cultures and agriculture, hence has its distinct items and practices compared to other regional Indian cuisine. Odisha cuisine uses less oil and is less spicy. The cuisines of Odisha, it contains less spice and it's prepared with the less oil, while nonetheless remaining flavorful. It's also flavorful aside. So the dishes accordingly, I'm just discussing with you. The first dish will come as Dalma. Dalma is like as we all know, dal like lentil. So it's a lentil with different kind of vegetables including it. So, and that vegetables contains high nutrition value and high vitamins in it. So the ingredients as such, in Dalma we include 1 cup of arhar dal, split 2 dal, 2 potatoes, 1 carrot, sliced, chopped, cubed, and half cup of kaddu as pumpkin, chopped, and half cup of brinjal as like eggplant, it's also chopped. Half cup papaya, green one, chopped. 1 onion, finely chopped. 1 tomato, finely chopped. 1 ginger, 1 bay leaf as tej patta. 1 tablespoon ghee. 4 cloves garlic. 2 green chilies. 1 dry red chili. 1 tablespoon Panch Foreign masala. It contains all dry spices. Panch Foreign mixed together, 5 dry spices. Whole. Half teaspoon garam masala powder. Half teaspoon turmeric powder, haldi. And half teaspoon cumin powder, jeera. And 1 teaspoon red chili powder, salt to taste. Again, next item. 2 tablespoon fresh coconut, thinly shelled coconut slices. Coriander, dhania leaves, a small bunch, finely chopped. So these are the ingredients which comes in dalma, and this makes the dalma complete. This item. So the recipe, as it is this time. To begin the recipe.
Aditya sir, sorry to interrupt. We are not able to see your presentation.
Okay, sir.
We are not able to see your PPT.
Yeah, sure.
Your screen.
Presentation.
You can share your screen.
Yes, sir. I'm just doing it. So the screen is. You can able to see that screen.
At the bottom, there is one share screen option, no?
Aditya sir, please click the green arrow. It is written share screen.
Yes, sir.
Open the slides in your window.
Yes, sir.
Then click on the share screen option.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Wait. Meeting is for sir.
Is it visible to all of you?
No, not yet. It's only coming. Lakshmana and Dash has started screen sharing.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now it is said.
Yes, sir. So as I discussed the ingredient of dalma with you, so these are the ingredients that come that you can put in dalma. Right. So now we can see the recipe. So as you can see the recipe, to begin making of Odia special Dalma recipe, we'll first get that you can see the recipe. Oh, that's it.
Yes, we can.
Computer. Computer. Dalma recipe.
We can see the recipe.
Sir, we are unable to hear you.
Yes, sir. So I'm just saying that. So as we can see, sir, I'm just discussing. The slide is not coming properly. So as I'm discussing the recipe of dalma, so to begin making the Odia special dalma, we'll first get all the vegetables chopped and ready. Second, we will be cooking the Odia dalma in one single pot. In one single pot, the pressure cooker, or in a pot. Now, add the vegetable dal, turmeric powder, green chilies, onion bay leaf, salt, and 3 cups of water into it. Pressure cooker. The pressure cook until you hit couple of whistle. After the couple of whistle, turn the heat low and simmer for 3 minutes. Then turn off it. The fourth, the dal will continue to cook in pressure cooker as long as there is pressure. Once the pressure releases completely, you can open the cooker and keep the dal aside. The next step is to spice up dalma with flavors. Using a mortar or pesky pound and ginger garlic until you get a rough paste. So we have to grind the mortar, ginger and garlic paste in a grinder. Heat the ghee in a heavy bottom pan, 1 medium heat. Add the red chilies, panch foran, the red chili powder, the gram masala powder, and pounded ginger. Stir fry for 2 seconds until you can smell the roasted aromas out of it. Take care to keep the heat on low, else the spice can burn the smoke. Add this masala to the cooked dal and give it a good stir. Check for salt and spice and adjust to suit your taste. You can add some water to adjust for consistency of the dal. Give the Odia style dalma quick boil and Turn off the heat, transfer to a serving bowl, garnish with shaved coconut and the coriander leaves, and serve it hot. Serve the Odia special Dalma as delicacy on pot dal along the steamed rice and or jeera para. So this is the recipe for the dalma, and next recipe we're going with it's a non-veg dish, like it's a fish curry. We called it in Odia, it's a macha ghanta. So for macha ghanta, the ingredients included in it is fried fish, few pieces of fried fish, 1 large onion, thinly sliced, 1 tablespoon ginger garlic paste, 1 or 2 bay leaves, 1 or 2 cardamom, 1 big cinnamon stick, 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil, salt to taste, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of garam masala, 1 handful of chana dal, washed and soaked for 4 to 5 hours. Vegetable of your choice, as we can select any vegetable to go with macha ghanta, but the best will be 1 large potato diced, few string beans cut into small pieces, 1 large white radish, 1 eggplant diced or brinjal, 1 to 2 tomatoes optional, few pieces of red pumpkin or white pumpkin. So these are the ingredients of macha ghanta. So now we'll discuss the recipe accordingly. So the recipe is like here. Heat oil in a pan and add a large bay leaf, cardamom, cinnamon stick, add a thinly sliced onion and fry till the onion turns golden brown. Add ginger and garlic and turmeric powder and chili powder and mix well for 2 to 3 hours. And then add vegetable and the dal in the pieces. In the process, you don't have to cook the ginger or garlic paste too completely, since it gets cooked with vegetable. Cover and cook the vegetable until cooked through. Add any tomatoes if you like, and the green masala, and then fried fish. Mix well, adjust seasoning, and serve with rice or salad. So as you can see, the macha ghanta will accompaniment well with rice and salad. So the next step discuss. Also, if you want, you can make the vegetarian version where you don't add the fish. So macha ghanta is come in two ways. It's with including fish or without including fish in vegetable also. So the next dish we are here to discuss. It's vegetable besara. So vegetable besara is like the mix of all vegetable in one dish curry. So the ingredients are here accordingly. It's diced pumpkin, half cup, diced raw banana, half cup, diced yam, desi aloo, 1/4 cup, diced pine gourd, or kanakada, 1/4 cup, diced pointed gourd, like it's a potal we said in Hindi, 1/4 cup, cut long beans, 1/4 cup, diced radish, 1/4 cup, diced aurum. We said in aurum, we said in Odia is saru, 1/4 cup, cut flat beans, 1/4 cup, diced sweet potato, 1/4 cup, soaked brown chickpeas, half cup, turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon. Another ingredients, bay leaves, 2 bay leaves, salt as per the taste, grated coconut, half cup, jaggery as per taste, water 2 cup as required, desi ghee 2 tablespoon, dry red chili 2, hing a pinch, panchpuran half teaspoon, urad dal or badi 1/4 cup. Again, for making it spice paste, mustard seed 2 tablespoon, cumin seed 1 tablespoon, fennel seed 2 tablespoon, black peppercorn 1 tablespoon, and ginger 1 inch or 1 slice. So we'll discuss the recipe of vegetable baser. So soak overnight a handful of black chana or chickpeas. Wash, peel, and cut the vegetables into big square size pieces. Soak the mustard seed and cumin seed in water for 30 minutes. Blend this along with fennel seeds, black peppercorn, and ginger into a into a fine paste, along with little water. Keep it aside for later use. Heat a kadai or pan and add water. Hello. Yes. Yes, just like so for vegetable baser, again heat a kadai or pan, add water when water comes to a boil, and all vegetables, chickpeas, bay leaf, turmeric powder, salt, and mix thoroughly. Cover and cook on low medium heat about 15 to 20 minutes. All the vegetables are half cooked. Then add masala, grated coconut, jaggery to it and mix. Now cover and cook in low flame till all the vegetables are cooked and the great pickles, gravy pickles. Viscera is ready, garnished with grated coconut, chopped coriander leaves, and fried buddies, along with kanika or ghee rice, and enjoy the divine taste. So, due to the short time, so I'm just discussing the rest of the dishes, like that only, the famous dishes of Odisha, like it's authentic cuisine from Odisha only. So it is accordingly. The dishes are santula, is a kanika. Kanika is a sweet rice, which is we just give to the Lord Jagannath in Puri temple. It's very in taste it's very good, and it's very nice to have it. And the next dish, it's a sweet dish. It's chena poda. It's made of it's cottage cheese, like it's made of chena. So it's a chena poda. And the next dish we came to, it's kadali manjarai. Kadali manjarai. It is made of banana stem and other vegetables including it. And next we came the sweet dish called rasabadi. It is also made of the cottage cheese called chena. It's a dumpling inside. It's a dumpling of chena mixed with the milk, processed milk. The sweet is it's very flavorful in taste. So that's it for all the recipes. So that's all in my presentation. So
Thank you very much.
hope you liked it.
Thank you very much.
Pardon me, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Tripathi sir, will you be saying something?
Yes, there was a lot of disturbance there in the presentation on the side of Singhdeo. So anyway, I would request Singhdeo to kindly pass it on to Regional Center of Bhubaneswar, so that I will send through email to all the participants. I think the presentation that you have prepared will be useful to all the participants. So it is better, please send it to RC Bhubaneswar mail.
Definitely, sir. I will send it to you.
Dr.
Thank you
Saunat,
very much for such a beautiful
Saunat, you can carry on with the next presentation.
Yeah. Will you stop your presentation, Dr. Das?
Yes, sir.
So at the outset, I thank Dr. Lakshminarayan Das and Sri Aditya for giving such a wonderful journey of the culinary and design of Odisha, from the Rasgulla of Pahal to the Dahi Vada and
Dr. Saunand, your voice is not clear.
from the, sir, is it okay? No? Am I audible, sir?
Voice is not clear. It is audible but not clear.
Okay. So at the outset, I thank Dr. Lakshminarayan Das and Mr. Aditya for giving such a wonderful journey of the cuisine of Odisha. He has taken us to Pahal to have the Rasgulla and Dhenkanal to have the Dahi Vada, and given a beautiful update of Dalma and fish curry, which makes us to change our travel plans to come to Odisha. And
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. You are mostly welcome, sir. You are mostly welcome,
thank
sir.
you very much, sir. Thank you. And at the outset, on behalf of regional centers in Maharashtra and Odisha, and our colleague, our partner, VNIT, that is Visvesvaraya National Institute of Technology, Nagpur, I thank once again Sri Lakshminarayan Das and his colleague, Mr. Aditya, for giving such a beautiful update and a wonderful journey of the cuisine of Odisha. And taking further ahead, I think we will go to the beautiful region of Koraput, where we will know about the traditional cuisines of Odisha. And may I now request Dr. D. Rajagopal, the Regional Director of IGNOU's Regional Center in Koraput, to give the introduction to Dr. Rajat Kumar Sarangi, who will be talking about food practices and habits of Koraput tribal, and taking us to the tribal culinary and cuisine scene. Thank you very much, sir. And over to you, Dr. Rajagopal.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shaunan, and my colleagues, Dr. Shivaswarup Garu, and Dr. Tripathi ji, Dr. B.R. Sarma, Krishna Rao Garu, other academics, and invited guests for this program. I take this opportunity to welcome all of you for this nice program arranged by Dr. Shivaswarup Garu. In fact, our resource person is Dr. Ranjan Kumar Sadangi. He is a researcher and a tribal activist working. He is located at Borigumma in Koraput district. Before going to say about his details, I want to submit about Indira Gandhi National Open University Regional Center Koraput. This is a region called as KBK region, the Koraput, where the regional center is located. It is called as a KBK region, and it is covering 9 districts. All these 9 districts are covering mostly with the tribal dominated districts. All are 9 districts, and it comes under the tribal subplan tree actually area. This is what, and this is a hill area, mostly backward area, a remote area and a rural area. Nearly the admissions, when we take the admissions also, the SC/ST population, when we go for free education, free fee exemption, etc., we are getting good number of students. So that shows the financial, when we are extending financial support to the SC/ST population, the enrollment is highly increasing. When we stop this activity, when Professor Mahapatra sir also was talking about the fee details we have provided, when there was a fee exemption, we used to get a lot of admissions. Now this scheme has reduced it to a bachelor's degree only. Earlier it was for certificate program, diploma programs also. So we have already submitted this information also. And these 9 districts consisting of tribal people, mostly the tribal people are the famous, the sects are, Paroja, the tribal option, I'm giving the tribal names also, major tribals: Paroja, Khando, Bonda. These are the subsects: Duriya, Didai, Koya, Gadwa. These are the tribal communities very famous in this Koraput region, and nearly 70% of the population in SC/ST category. Mostly we used to go to rural areas and remote areas to meet in the villages and motivating and educating them to join, admit their students in the IGNOU. Through that, through our local coordinators also, we are taking the advantage of admitting the tribal people. The typical food habits are also very typical. That's why we have requested Dr. Rajat Kumar Sadangi. He is mostly working in tribal area. Basically, he's a teaching profession. He did his MA history and PhD also, and he has a fond of creative writing, poems, critics in Odisha, in Hindi also, preparing articles in Gadwa tribals, in Desia language, phrases in Desia language published in different Odia magazines, and he translates poems in Odia to Hindi and Hindi to Odia, tribal language to Odia also, and a participant of cultural and different social movements also. I welcome Dr. Ranjit Kumar Sadangi sir for his presentation. He is presenting his information side by side. We are providing PPT also. Dr. Latika Mishra would provide the, supporting PPT so that visitor, all can see and enjoy the program. Over to Dr. Shaunan. Thank you very much.
Sir, you can invite the expert.
Yes, I invite Dr. Sajat Kumar Sadangi. Sir, please come on, open your video so that we will continue. Sadangi sir.
पटल पर उपस्थित सभी महानुभावों विषय विशारदों को मेरा प्रणाम। देश आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव मना रहा है। एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत की संकल्पना के साथ, और इसके चलते ये जो संगोष्ठी चल रही है, इसमें मेरा विषय है कोरापुट जिले का आदिवासी खाद्य। मैं थोड़ी सी भूमिका के साथ बताना चाहूंगा। मनुष्य की 3 मूलभूत आवश्यकताएं हैं: अन्न, वास, वस्त्र, जिसे सरल शब्दों में कहा जाता है रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान। इनमें से अन्न का महत्व सर्वोपरि है। वेद कहता है विश्वम पुष्टम अस्मिन् ग्रामे अनातुरम, अर्थात विश्व को पुष्ट करने वाले हमारे ग्राम में कोई भूखा ना हो। गीता में कहा गया है अन्नत भवन्ति भूतानि, अर्थात अन्न से, खाद्य से शरीर का निर्माण होता है। अस्तु जनजीवन में खाद्य एक महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निर्वाह करता है। अविभाजित कोरापुट जिले में जनजातियों का एक बहुत बड़ा वर्ग रहता है, आदिवासियों का एक बहुत बड़ा वर्ग रहता है। ओडिशा में 62 प्रकार के आदिवासी लोग निवास करते हैं। इनमें से 51 प्रकार के आदिवासी लोग कोरापुट जिले में रहते हैं, कोरापुट जिले में वास करते हैं। इनके चाल चलन, आचार व्यवहार में स्वतंत्रता तो है ही, खाद्य व्यवहार में विशेषताएं देखी जाती है जो विमर्श के लायक है। पहले में आदिवासियों के खाद्य में जो शाक सब्जियां व्यवहार होती हैं, इनको कुछ वर्गों में रखना चाहूंगा। ये वर्ग इस प्रकार है। कंद वर्ग, कंद जिसे आदिवासी लोग कांदा कहते हैं, कंद वर्ग। रामायण में सभी ने सुना होगा कि भगवान राम वनवास करते समय कंद मूल खाते हुए अपना जीवन निर्वाह किया था। तो वही कोरापुट जिले में प्रचुर पाए जाते हैं वनों में कंद। तो ये लोग कांदा कहते हैं। इनके प्रकार ऐसे हैं: पित्त कांदा, तरगिया कांदा, चरेंगा कांदा, काष्ठ या सेमल कांदा, नांगल कांदा। वैसे धान्य या शस्य वर्ग जो खाद्य में आदिवासी प्रयोग करते हैं, इसमें तो विशेष है मड़िया, जिसे मंडुआ भी कहते हैं। मंडुआ वैसे कांगू, सुआ, कोदो, जंदरी जाना या खेड़ जाना, जाना का मतलब मकई जैसे, तो ये जंदरी जाना भी एक प्रकार का वैसा ही है। वैसे दलहन वर्ग, दलहन में भूदेई, डंगररानी जो कि हिल ग्राम है, पहाड़ी इलाके में जो मिलते हैं, अरहर, कुल्थी, उड़द, सेम बीज को भी दलहन के रूप में व्यवहार किया जाता है, बरबटी बीज। वैसे फल वर्ग में आम, इमली, बेर, अमरूद, तेंदु आदि ये प्राय वनों में पाया जाता है और इनका व्यवहार खाद्य में ये आदिवासी लोग करते हैं। वैसे शाक वर्ग, इसका भी बहुत बड़ा महत्व है, बहुत शाक जिसे भाजी कहते हैं, शाक वर्ग। वैसे सुनसुनिया, चकुंडा, भाजी, कांटा भाजी, कोयलारी, सिलोरी, पात्रू, नूनमड़ी, वैसे भाजियों का नाम है। इन भाजियों का व्यवहार करते हैं। ये भाजियां प्राय वैसे गांव के छोर में ही मिलते हैं, प्राय जंगली किस्म के भी हैं। वैसे सब्जियों में पपीता, लौकी, बैंगन, कद्दू, कुमड़ा जिसे कहते हैं, कुमड़ा, कद्दू, सेम, करड़ी मतलब बांस की कोपलें, बांस की कोपलें ही बहुत व्यवहार होता है, बड़े चाव से खाते हैं ये आदिवासी, कोरापुट के आदिवासी। इनके बहुत सारे व्यंजन बनाते हैं। एक व्यंजन के बारे में जब आलोचना करेंगे हम वहीं देखेंगे। ये सब खाद्य वर्ग आदिवासियों के व्यवहार में आता है। इन सब शाक सब्जियों से खाद्य के प्रकार बनते हैं। इनमें से जो मुख्य खाद्य और व्यंजन हैं, ये हैं पेज और आमट। पेज ग्रुएल, आमट खट्टी चीज, एक खट्टा ही सब्जी है। इन खाद्यों के साथ आदिवासी जीवन में पानीय की भी बहुत बड़ी भूमिका रही है। सुख में हो या दुख में, श्रम में या विश्राम में, मेले ठेले में, मौत हो या मरघट में, सभी अवसर पर पानी की आवश्यकता रहती है। पानी के प्रकार हैं। कोरापुट का आदिवासी अपने द्वारा प्रस्तुत लांदा, पेंडम, सलप बनाते हैं और पीते हैं। पूजा पाठ में भोग भी लगाते हैं। सामाजिक व्यवहार में जब सामाजिक सभा होती है, कोई जात की सभा होती है, इसमें कोई न्याय निसाब करना होता है, तो तब ये पानी का व्यवहार होता है। साथ ही मुर्गे का मांस भी बड़े चाव से खाते हैं। खाद्य में पेज जितने प्राय वर्ग पाए जाते हैं अविभाजित कोरापुट जिले में, सवर, कंध, परजा, गदवा, अमरनाथ, वंडा, दिदाई, गोंड, हलवा, भूमिया, भतरा, दुर्वा आदि रहते हैं। जो 51 प्रकार के आदिवासी रहते हैं कोरापुट में। ये सभी का प्राय मुख्य खाद्य पेज है। पेज का जिसे अंग्रेजी में ग्रुएल कहा जाता है, मंडुआ में ये खाद्य बनता है। मंडुआ इसका जो इसमें 3 प्रकार प्राय खाद्य बनते हैं। एक है पेज, दूसरा है तंपा, तीसरा है पिठा। पिठा मतलब चिले, जो चिला कहते हैं। वैसे बाहर प्रांत में, हिंदी प्रांत में या राजस्थान में प्राय चिल्ला कहते हैं, वैसे ही मंडुआ में भी चिल्ले बनते हैं। और इसकी बनाने की विधि भी जानने लायक है। पेज जो जिसे हम खीर कह सकते हैं, मंडुआ की खीर कह सकते हैं। मंडुआ आटे को, इसके जो बनाने की विधि, प्रस्तुति विधि है, मंडुआ आटे को रात भिगो देते हैं, रात भर उसे भीगने देते हैं, सुबह उसे निकालकर उबालते हैं। उबलता है कुछ समय, उबालते समय उसमें थोड़ा सा पके हुए भात, चावल भी डालते हैं। उसमें थोड़ा उसे स्वादिष्ट बनाने के लिए वैसे डालते हैं, पौष्टिक बनाने के लिए डालते हैं, और थोड़ा सा आवश्यकता के अनुसार नमक भी डालते हैं। उबल जाने के बाद खाने में परोसने लायक वो बन जाता है। यह आदिवासियों का मुख्य खाद्य है। कहीं जब काम में जाते हैं, जमीन कहीं श्रम करने जाते हैं या अपनी जमीन भी जाते हैं, तो साथ में ले जाते हैं एक थैली में, जो कि लौकी, गोल लौकी को लौकी से ही बनाते हैं एक थैली, उस थैली में भर के वो ले जाते हैं और वहीं खाते हैं। पेज तो पौष्टिक है ही, उसमें बहुत सारे पोषक तत्व मिलते हैं, पाए जाते हैं। प्रोटीन के तो प्रोटीन और कार्बोहाइड्रेट जो कि वृद्धि में, शरीर वृद्धि में सहायक है, और डाइटरी फाइबर भी। इसके साथ जो पॉलीफेनल, मिनरल्स, एमिनो एसिड भरपूर मात्रा में। तो ये पेज, खीर, पेज जैसे गुरेल, ये मुख्य खाद्य है। और तंपा जिसे हम मंडुआ का हलवा कह सकते हैं, मंडुआ का हलवा कह सकते हैं उसे। मंडुआ आटे को कुछ समय कढ़ाई में भुना जाता है। जब अच्छे से लाल हो जाता है, उसके बाद उसमें पानी डाल देते हैं और गुड़ भी डाला जाता है। इसे उबालकर जब मोटे से हो जाता है, वो तंपा हो गया तैयार। चूल्हे से निकालकर थाली में रख देते हैं, और जब जम जाता है, फूस हो जाता है, उसे फिर टुकड़े टुकड़े कर देते हैं और परोसा जाता है, खाने में लाया जाता है। तो मैं यहाँ कहना चाहूंगा, खाद्य में, आयुर्वेद शास्त्र में जो चव्य, चोष्य, लेह, पेय की बात बताई गई है, और इनको व्यवहार करने में शरीर तंदुरुस्त रहता है, अच्छा रहता है, समुचित मात्रा में, समुचित समय के अंतराल में। यही बात आदिवासी लोग बड़े कुशलता के साथ करते हैं। ये लोग तो श्रमी है ही, साथ ही ये जो मंडुआ है, इसमें ही चर्व्य, चोष्य, लेह, पेय बन जाता है। देखिए, खीर बनती है तो ये थोड़ा सा तरल हो जाता है, तो पेय पीने लायक। जैसे हम तंपा की बात हमने की, तो ये तंपा जो है ये चर्व्य है, और थोड़ा सा मोटा बना, थोड़ा सा तरल बना दे इसी को, तो वो लेह जैसा हो जाता है, थोड़ा सा मोटा तरल। तो वैसे चबाने वाले चीज में, इसमें बनने वाली चीज में पीठा, जिसे हम चिल्ले का बराबर है, तो मंडुआ के आटे में आवश्यक पानी डालकर गूंथते नहीं, पेस्ट बना देते हैं, और पेस्ट बनाने के बाद थोड़ा सा तरल रहता है, इसी को तवे पर डालते हैं चूल्हा जलाने के बाद, और वो जब गर्म हो जाता है सेंकते हैं, मंडुआ चीला तैयार हो जाता है, खाने लायक। ये पारंपरिक खाद्य है। और अब तो वैसे जब परीक्षण से ये पता चला कि इनमें ये प्रोटीन है, कार्बोहाइड्रेट है, डाइटरी फाइबर है, मिनरल्स है, एमिनो एसिड हैं और बहुत सारे पोषक तत्व पाए जाते हैं। तो ये वर्ग बहुत बड़ा साधारण वर्ग जो स्वास्थ्य सचेतन आदमी है इसे व्यवहार में लाने लगे हैं। अब तो रैगी सूप, रैगी बिस्कुट, रैगी केक, रैगी बिरयानी आदि आदि बहुत सारे बने हुए हैं। रैगी पकोड़ा बनने लगे हैं और भारत सरकार की ओर से जो मिलेट मिशन चला है इसके माध्यम से इसका प्रसार बढ़ा है और लोगों की रुचि भी बढ़ी है और आदिवासी लोगों को कुछ अर्थ व्यवस्था में भी सहायक होने लगा है। रागी अब तो बहुत बड़ा अर्थकरी फसल है। तो ये रागी बहुत मुख्य खाद्य है। तो वैसे ये खाद्य है, वैसे बहुत सारे तो और खाद्य है। जैसे कभी कभार जब मेला ठेला होता है तब भात की तैयारी भी होती है, चावल की तैयारी होती है, चावल के साथ और बाकी व्यंजन भी बनने लगते हैं। आदिवासी लोग प्राय आमिषाशी हैं, मांसाशी हैं, तो मांस खाने में चाव रखते हैं। अब तो सभ्यता के चपेट में थोड़ा हेरफेर हो रहा है इनके जनजीवन में, जनजीवन व्यवहार में। फिर भी जो पानी की बात कर रहा था मैं, पानी के साथ और सारे व्यंजन भी खाते हैं, खाद्य खाते हैं। वैसे व्यंजन में एक प्रमुख व्यंजन है आमट। आमट का मतलब है खट्टा। चावल को रात भिगोया जाता है, सुबह इसी भिगे हुए चावल को जीरा, कच्चा या सूखे मिर्च, लहसुन, अदरक आदि मिलाकर पीस दिया, बर्तन में उबाला जाता है। उबालते समय कच्चे या सूखे मूली की पत्ती, गोभी की पत्ती, बांस की कोपले या करड़ी, कद्दू, बैंगन, मूली, मुनगा आदि सभी प्रकार के सब्जियां डाली जा सकती है, डाला जाता है। यहाँ मैं बताना चाहूंगा, मैं बात कर रहा था कि सूखी मूली की पत्ती, गोभी की पत्ती, ये आदिवासी लोग जब ये होता है उत्पादन होता है, इसे सुखा के रखते हैं। इन पत्तियों को सुखा के रखते हैं, धूप में, कड़ी धूप में सुखा देते हैं और उसे संरक्षण करके रखते हैं। फिर जब अवसर आता है वैसे व्यंजनों में इसका व्यवहार होता है। आमट का अर्थ खट्टा। इसके घटक तो वैसे जैसे मैं कहा, चावल आटा, चावल जिसे चावल को भिगो के रखते हैं, चावल, इमली, जीरा, लहसुन, अदरक, कच्चे या सूखे मिर्च, कच्ची सूखी मूली की पत्ती, गोभी की पत्ती, बांस की कोपले भी सुखा के रखते हैं। बरसात के और बाकी समय में जब ये चीजें नहीं मिलती हैं, इनको व्यवहार में लाया जाता है। कद्दू, बैंगन, मूली, मुनगा आदि। और प्रस्तुति विधि तो हमने सुना कि उसे रात को भिगो के रखते हैं, सुबह उसे फिर लहसुन, अदरक आदि के साथ पीसते हैं और फिर उसके साथ जीरा आदि भी
पीसते हैं। चूल्हे पर पानी के साथ बर्तन में उबाला जाता है। उबालते समय ये सब डाले जाते हैं और इमली को थोड़ा भी पानी में गिला करके पानी में भिगो के कुछ समय रख देते हैं और उसका रस निकाल लेते हैं। उबालते समय इसी को डाल देते हैं, फिर वही उबाल में, तो फिर उबल जाने के बाद वो बन जाता है आमट। जो ये आमट उनके जीवन में बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण स्थान रखता है, क्योंकि ये उनके सामाजिक व्यवहार में, अर्थनीति में, पारिवारिक जीवन में, पारिवारिक जब मिलते हैं सब दोस्त बंधु वर्ग मिलते हैं, इसका व्यवहार होता है। तथा खाद्य सुरक्षा की जो सुव्यवस्था है, सुखा के रखते हैं, इसे हम खाद्य सुरक्षा की सुव्यवस्था ही मानते हैं। ये सब आमट इसका प्रतीक है। तो आमट के बारे में और दो पद कहना चाहूंगा मैं कि बना जाता है, इसमें स्वाद के अनुसार नमक डाला जाता है, ये व्यंजन तैयार। और आमतौर पर ये व्यंजन ही बनता है, पास पड़ोस को बांटा जाता है, अतिथियों की अभ्यर्थना में काम में आता है। तो ये उनके जीवन में बहुत बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण स्थान रखता है। हमें यहाँ बताना चाहूंगा कि कई देशों में खट्टी चीजें बनती है, खट्टे व्यंजन बनते हैं। थाईलैंड,
अपनी विशेषता के कारण प्रसिद्ध है। वैसे भारत में भी दक्षिण भारतीय अम्ल व्यंजनों में तो सारे विश्व में, जैसे तमिलनाडु की पुज्झियाणी या इमली पानी, पुंडुरसम या लहसुन पानी, आंध्र प्रदेश की गंगूरा पापू या कांवरिया दाल, या वैसे इन खट्टे व्यंजनों का अपना स्थान है। सांभर, चारू आदि की बात भी क्या पूछना। उड़ीसा के कई स्थानों में भी ये खट्टा व्यंजन, जैसे आम्बिल, कया आम्बिल अर्थात इमली आम्बिल, कांजी आदि व्यंजन खाद्य व्यवहार में है। परंतु कायंगसोम या सांभर, चारू, कांजी आदि खट्टा व्यंजन एक और आमट एक और, क्योंकि इसकी प्रस्तुति में आदिवासी का भावावेग, सामाजिक व्यवहार और खाद्य सुरक्षा की सुव्यवस्था जुड़ी हुई है। आदिवासी के मन में जो कुछ असामान्य करने की संतुष्टि, यही भावावेग ही इसे महत्वपूर्ण बनाता है। पोषक तत्व से भरपूर आमट स्वास्थ्य प्रति जागरूक आदमी के लिए वरदान है। वैसे सब्जियों में आदिवासी भाषा में आंटाणी कहते हैं, जिसे हम तो वैसे हम अब निष्कर्षतः ये कहना चाहेंगे कि कोरापुट के आदिवासियों के खाद्य और पानीय स्वतंत्र है। यह स्वादिष्ट भी है और पौष्टिक भी, सामाजिक, पारिवारिक, अर्थनीतिक स्वास्थ्यप्रद है। देखा जाता है कि आज लोग स्वास्थ्य हेतु इन खाद्यों को खाते हैं। तारका होटल के मेन्यू में भी इनका स्थान बना हुआ है। धन्यवाद। इसके साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूँ।
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Rajgopal sir, would you be saying something?
In fact, we have collected this entire collection we have made with the help of Sadangi sir. These are the true pictures. I mean, at the interior areas when we go, even in Port Blair also, Rajarao was telling. So the same sect is here in the Koraput region also. 70% of the tribal Adivasi people. That is the natural food they take mostly. Even they have prepared the mutton item also. That is what we have gone to that areas and we have seen. That is the daily food they are taking. And even we have taken some videos also. Because of time limitation, we thought to have only photos. Otherwise, the videos you will really wonder to see how. I mean, it is a primitive life. We cannot. It is a cultured life, very primitive life they are leading in this area. So we thought to represent at least through some photos so that our participants can see the situation. And I really thankful to Ranjit Kumar Sadangi sir for giving very pictorial picture about the life condition of Adivasi people and the food habits. Even if it is, see, we can say the food habits are very primitive. I mean, even getting a small cake at sweet, that itself is the kira. This is a very primitive item. There are so many good items available, but this is the food what the tribal people, the Koraput, even it is a small village of 1 kilometer, not a big area. So even by going 2-3 kilometers, we will find an interior area of village. Even wearing clothes, etc. Also, it is very typical situation. And some sects of Koya, they don't wear clothes properly. Also, that is the condition. So we thought to submit to the committee our colleagues about this area. With this, thank you very much, Dr. Saunanji and Dr. Shivaswarup Garu and other people for participating and seeing our photos. Thank you very much. I once again thank Sadangi sir also. Please.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir, for Dr. Saunand. Yes, sir. And before thanking Dr. Rajat Kumar Sarangi and going ahead in the program, it is just to inform all of the participants that we have been joined by the Director of Regional Service Division, Dr. Umesh Pandey. Sir, at the outset, on behalf of all the regional centers in Maharashtra and Odisha, I welcome you to this webinar on Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat with the theme Unity Through Diversity, Marathi and Odiya Foods. I welcome you, Dr. Umesh Pandey, sir, the Director of Regional Services Division. And I think this is one of the first webinars which has been jointly conducted by Odisha and Maharashtra Regional Centers, sir. And it is most honorable. We are most honored to have you amongst us to give brief background about the program. But before I formally request you to kindly deliver your address, I would like to take this opportunity and honor for introducing Dr. Umesh Pandey, sir. Dr. Umesh Pandey, sir, I have been knowing him since I joined in IGNOU from day one. He has a pan-India experience of working in various regions. The most prominent of them are the state of Jammu and Kashmir, from Jammu and Kashmir to Delhi to Bihar, in Bhagalpur to in central India, the state of Madhya Pradesh. He has worked in both the regional centers, that is Jabalpur, and lastly, he was the senior regional director of Bhopal before joining the director as director of Regional Services Division. He is a thoroughbred physicist, and he's a thoroughbred researcher, doing research not only in the field of physics and the allied field, but he has an extensive experience in doing research in the field of open and distance learning. Sir, we are most honored to have you amongst us. I now request Dr. Umesh Pandey, sir, to give his formal address.
Thank you, Dr. Sonan. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
thank you very much, Dr. Sonal, for giving me this opportunity. I am so grateful to all the regional directors of Odisha and Maharashtra, namely Dr. Shiv Kumar, the Shiv Swarup, Dr. Raj Gopal, Dr. D.R. Sharma, and Dr. S.K. Tripathi, and Dr. E. Krishna Rao. Thank you very much for inviting me. In fact, I am very much, I'm very sorry that in the morning I could not join you because I had some other commitment. We are holding a workshop for newly appointed section officers in Stride, and there I had to deliver a few sessions. And I could not listen to most of the sessions which you have conducted. But one thing which I could realize is that it is about this food which is prevalent in Maharashtra and Odisha. And certainly it's a very important theme which you have selected, and I compliment you for selecting such an important and innovative theme for celebrating the diversity which we have in India. Certainly, one thing which I realize, and I realize it very strongly, that is people feel involved and people feel good if their distinct identity is appreciated. And I think this is something. Generally it is said that means the way to man's heart goes through his stomach, and certainly means the food is something which is kind of gives you kind of identity also. And if you appreciate a community's distinctiveness, certainly if you respect their food, and if you relish their food, they feel good about it. This is what I've seen quite often. And therefore, while we are celebrating this Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat, this series of programs are being organized, I think there could not have been a better theme than this while celebrating India's rich diversity and how we can celebrate it. And this is the best way of celebrating, I think, diversity, because unity in diversity is the best thing we can do. And assimilation of national assimilation is something also which we should try to do. But at the same time, distinctiveness, celebrating the distinctiveness of the different communities is something which is a better way of doing it. Certainly, so I'm very much thankful. I don't have any detailed presentation. I'm very sorry, but I relished a part of the presentation which was delivered by the Pura Food, I think, and few pictures also which I saw there. So thank you very much, Dr. Shiv Swarup and all the other colleagues from different regional centers. So I'm very much thankful to you. Thank you very much. But this is what I have to say. Thank you. And I wish you all the best for the successful organization.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Dr. Pandey, for taking your time and joining us. So nice, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. After joining Director RST, we are seeing you first time. We welcome you because even formally we have not received letter also, sir. We have employed, but once we saw your letter, we came to know that you have formally joined. We are very thankful to you, sir, for gracing us in this occasion, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Raj.
And perhaps this is the first webinar that sir is addressing, and we feel honored to have this first with us. Thank you very much, sir, for putting up such a beautiful word that yes, we need to have assimilation with distinctiveness of the food. And definitely the webinar, today's webinar has made us make a journey from Mumbai to Pune to Puri, and we had the distinctness of every cuisine and culinary art of both the states. So at the outset, on behalf of Indira Gandhi National Open University's regional centers in Maharashtra and Odisha, I thank Dr. Umesh Pandey, sir, the Director of Regional Services Division, to be with us and guiding us. And I take this opportunity also to thank Dr. Rajat Kumar Sarangi, who has given us such a beautiful, delicious, tasty, palatable, and most important, nutritious food available amongst the tribal communities. Just to add what Dr. Sarangi had stated, that yes,
Ragi is one of the most nutritious, and this year also happens to be the International Year for Millets, which has been announced by Government of India. And definitely these particular dishes, knowing about them and their nutritious value will definitely help all of us. I thank Dr. Rajat Kumar Sarangi sir on behalf of all the regional centers and our partner Vishwesvaraya National Institute of Technology in Nagpur for being a part of this Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat week under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So friends, next on the journey of this nutrition and food practices of both the states, we have Miss Bhavisha Sancheti, who will be introduced by our colleague Dr. E. Krishna Rao, the Regional Director of Regional Center Mumbai. And Bhavisha Sancheti will take us to the beautiful landscape of Konkan. And while talking about not just landscape of Konkan, she will also talk about the Konkan food and the culture. Over to you, Dr. Krishna Rao.
Thank you, Dr. Sonamji. Respected Director RSD, coordinator of this program, Dr. Sivaswarup, other regional directors, assistant regional directors of Maharashtra and Orissa. Thank you for giving this opportunity. I feel a pleasure to introduce the young, energetic, and active speaker who is going to speak on the Konkan food and culture. That is Miss Bhavisha, who is working as a assistant professor in the BMN College, Matunga, which is affiliated to SNDT. She is teaching to the MSc Clinical Nutrition and Dietetics, and she also teaches to the PG Diploma in Sports, Science and Fitness Nutrition. She is also, fortunately, she is also IGNOU Study Center coordinator at the BMN College, Matunga. She has completed her MSc in Food, Nutrition and Dietetics. She also completed a good number of certificate courses, particularly on the Ayurveda in Nutrition and Diabetic Educators Program. And she also have done Nutrition for Exercise and Fitness by College of Home Sciences, Nirmala Niketan, which has conducted these particularly certificate courses. For her credit, she is the life member of Indian Dietetics Association, Mumbai chapter, Nutrition Society of India, Mumbai chapter, Association of Food Scientists and Technologists of India. She is having more than 10 years of teaching experience, particularly in the field of nutrition and dietetics, and where she has published good number of articles in the national and international journals, particularly on this nutrition and dietetics. She also organized good number of seminars which has been sponsored by NAC as well as the UGC. With this brief introduction of today's this session speaker, I invite Ms. Bhavisha Sancheti to speak on the Konkan foods and culture. Thank you, madam. Please, Ms. Bhavisha.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to IGNOU for giving me this opportunity, and to Krishna Rao sir for giving me such a warm welcome. I'll just give me a minute to share my screen here. So I hope the screen and the presentation is visible.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, yes.
Thank you again, everybody, for inviting me for today's talk and giving me this opportunity. I, Bhavisha Sancheti, would be talking about Konkan food and culture as an initiative for the Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat activity organized by IGNOU. Sir has already introduced me, so I'll skip the slide here. So when we are talking about the Konkan region, many a times we always think that Konkan region is only limited to the state of Maharashtra. But it's important for us to know that when we are talking about this region, it will have a stretch right from the Thane district of Maharashtra through the western coast of India, and it would end on the northern Karnataka regions. So it is including states like Maharashtra, Goa, and the northern part of Karnataka. So, but mainly today in the presentation, when we are talking about the Konkan food, cuisines, and culture, we would focus more on the state of Maharashtra, which is practicing the Konkan culture very diligently. So we know Maharashtra state is on the western coast for India, and if we can see here, the state is divided into various regions, wherein we see that the Konkan belt is what is really adjacent to the Arabian Sea. And this is what makes the food very unique and special here because of the high availability of water for irrigation and agriculture. The rice availability, the coconut availability in the region is very high. And also the availability of seafoods is very high, which we will see a lot to be present in their staple diets. Food in Maharashtra is also considered as Anna He Purna Brahma, which means food is equivalent to Lord Brahma, who is the creator of the world. So here the Maharashtrians think and believe that food is equivalent to God, and usually when they cultivate their first crop, or even when on festive seasons they cook their first meal in the house, they offer it to the God first and then they consume it. Very briefly talking about the climatic conditions and other occupations, because it's very adjacent to the sea body, the climatic conditions usually in the Konkan belt is hot and humid, and it will experience all the different types of changes in the seasons like monsoon, summers, and winters. The main occupation initially or traditionally for the Konkan region was fishing and agriculture. However, now with a lot of globalization and lot of import-export taking place, the occupations have a little variations. The languages that would be mainly spoken in this region will be Marathi and Konkani. The Konkani language will also have variation in its dialect as in how you move across the belt of the Konkan region. So let us directly move to the food component, what is the main cuisine of the Konkan area. So the cuisine of Konkan area will have its uniqueness depending upon the availability of local food items there, which may not be available in the other parts of the country. Now, definitely with high amount of transportation and globalization, you have them available everywhere. But traditionally, we can say that ingredients like rice, charoli, so here we can see the seeds, charoli seeds, seafoods, fresh coconut, mangoes, kokum, tamarind, and dagad ful to be a very prominent ingredients that you will see a lot used in the Konkan region. Also, fishing is seasonal. So in the rainy season where the fisherman cannot move down into the sea for the fishing purpose, they would initially get the fish from the sea and dehydrate it so that it can be used for the later purpose. The food preparations, when we are talking about the Konkan food preparations, you will see them mainly in two styles, the Karwar and the Malwani. Now the Karwar is mainly having influence from the Karnataka region, and that is why it will have a lot of coconut in their preparation. And Malwani, along with the coconut in their preparation, would also have a very tangy, sour taste in their preparation because they use a lot of kokum, raw mangoes, and tamarind. The food will be usually given a typical tadka, which is called the fodni. And when you're using vegetarian fodni for vegetarian purpose, you usually use ghee. Or if you're using it for the non-vegetarian purpose, we usually use oil. So let us browse through the different options or the different cuisines and the food preparations that are available for the Konkan cuisine. Talking about the Western foods, one of the major and popular food product will be the puran poli. So as the name suggests, it's basically a form of paratha wherein you have a roti and the stuffing is made of either tuar dal or chana dal, and it is sweetened by jaggery and cinnamon. Now, because this is a sweet preparation, it will be accompanied either by a spicy vegetable or katachi amti, which is a spicy, tangy curry that is served along. Another thing that is common is erabat. This is a chutney which is commonly made with the use of tamarind, jaggery, ginger, and dates. So it will have a sweet, a sour, and a pungent ginger taste to it. Bharali Bhangi is another food preparation that will be there. So Bhangi is basically brinjals. So the stuffing is mainly done with coconut and other spices that they can use. They would either serve it as a dry masala Bhangi or a curry based Bhangi. We also have kadam that is commonly consumed. Now this is a Konkani version of idli, wherein it's steamed in tamarind or banana leaves, and it will usually have a garnishing with mustard seeds. Colombo is another preparation. It's a curry-based preparation which may run similar to what the sambar represents in the South India. However, the Colombo will be much more flavored with spices and will have lot many vegetables to it. Talking about certain snacking items in this region, you will have Sabudana Khichdi, which is a savory dish. It is basically made by using sago with addition of potatoes and groundnut. Thali pit can also be used either as a main course preparation or as a breakfast preparation. It's made by the combination of various flour, and it would look like a thick pancake. And it can have various accompaniments like chutneys and curd, salads, etc. Then there is poha that is available. Poha is a very, very famous snacking item. It's mainly made by flattened rice, and there's additions of onions, potatoes, and groundnut to it. Koshamber is a typical type of salad that is very peculiar for this region. And again, there will be a dash of coconut and groundnut to it, which will give its unique taste. A very common staple diet for the region will be varan bhat. Varan stands for the dal and bhat is the rice. So a combination of dal and rice, which is again a very plain dal with only a fodni or a tadka given. It will not be very flavored or spiced. So this was the array of foods that we could see for the vegetarian population. The non-vegetarian food products are also very common because, as we said, there is a lot of availability of seafood present in this region. So as we can see it in the picture, there is kombdi vade. So it's basically minced chicken. It can either be deep fried with a coating of rice flour, or it can be also served with curry. Bombil fry is another preparation. Bombil would stand for the fish called Bombay duck, and it's marinated or it's dipped in the rice flour and rava, and the rava coating and the rice flour coating is what will give it a very crispy crunch outside, and it can again be served either plain or as a gravy. Bharela sarang is another preparation where you use the whole fish. Again, it's marinated with spices, and there's a stuffing of coriander and coconut in it. Kolambichi kadwan. Kadwan basically stands for prawns. So the prawns are again marinated, and they would be marinated along with oil preparation which is infused by garlic. So there is a very prominent taste of garlic along with this aroma. There can be addition of coconut oil, especially when you move to the Konkan region of the Karnataka area or the Goan area. Kurle ambat is another preparation of the seafood where the main ingredient that is used are crab, and it's basically a crab curry, and it's a very popular Konkan delicacy. Now, talking about so these were only the common vegetarian and non-vegetarian options that we saw. Coming over to the desserts of this region, the desserts are available in a variety of structures and flavors. We have patholi, which are thin rice pancakes. So basically a turmeric leaf has been taken and you have the rice flour in a liquid form like a batter. You spread it across, you fold the leaves, and then it's steamed. And definitely it is having a filling of jaggery and coconut to give it the sweet flavor. Another very popular and a very soon coming dessert is amras, which is nothing but a mango pulp extraction. The region is very famous for its production of Alfonso mangoes. There's a lot of export going from the Konkan region for the mangoes, and that is why amras becomes a very special and dear sweet preparation. Modak again is not only a common sweet preparation, but it is what is usually offered in festivals and as an offering to Lord Ganesha. So it's a sweet, the stuffing inside is sweet with coconut and jaggery, and you have an outer covering of rice flour, which is steamed. Kharwas is basically we can see them like in square shapes, and they are very soft to eat. They're made of the first milk that is extracted from the cow or buffalo after their delivery. So in another term, these are the colostrum milk that we get after from the cows and buffaloes. We sweeten it with sugar, and then there can be addition of saffron to it, and is made it into a cube-like preparation. Shrikhand again Shrikhand is now available at multiple places, but it has its originality from Konkan. It's a hum curd wherein the water has been removed from the curd and the curd is then sweetened. Again, there can be flavors like cinnamon, saffron, or other dry fruits that can be added to the Shrikhand. There are two typical beverages we could say that is originating from this region. One is kokum sharbat. Now, because there's a lot of availability of kokum fruit and the dehydrated kokum sharbat is a very common beverage that can be consumed. And it has a very cooling effect, especially in the summers, because in the summers, because of the climatic condition, the person has a higher chance of getting dehydrated because it's not only hot, it's very humid. And the people there would sweat a lot. So it's a nice beverage to replenish all the water losses, to keep the inside of the body temperature cool, and it can have an addition of salt and sugar as per the taste preferences. As earlier mentioned, the sol kadhi again becomes a very typical and a must beverage, especially when a person is consuming a typical Konkan thali. So here it is a very mildly spiced drink. You will have mainly addition of kokum and coconut milk to this beverage. So it's basically a coconut milk and kokum infused beverage. And it's usually advised to have it with the food or probably after the food because it's very beneficial for digestion. Now, we saw the different food items and beverages and sweets that can be available for this region. Now, there are some typical cooking vessels also that becomes a very integral part of their cooking process. So the chul or the tikra are basically earthen pots in which they try to prepare their breads or rotis or cook food. Now, because of that, they will have the earthy, smoky flavor to the food, which is relished a lot. Modak patra is another cooking vessel, wherein if we can see there is a perforated plate here. So below in the below container is water, and above it is the perforated plate on which the modaks are placed, so that with the steam the modaks will be cooked. Then there is patta varanta. Patta varanta, as we can see, is this big stone with the similar stone roller. And you can roll and actually grind the masalas over this. Now, the only difference is when you are doing it in a electronic mixer and you're doing it on the on the rock, there are flavors of silicon and iron, etc., that is leached out of the rock, which gives a very different and a very relished flavor to the masalas. So the Malwani Masala or Konkan Masala has its own taste and peculiarities. Kalbatta again is basically a mortar pestle, which we can see it in the picture, but it is made up of iron. So when you are grinding or when you're powdering the masalas, because the iron would leach out of the component into the masala, the food there then is iron rich. So this was all a very, very brief introduction when it comes to the Konkan food. The food has its own peculiarity, style of cooking, etc. And this can go on and on. So this was just a brief introduction about the food part of the Konkan region. We can now move to the different cultural inhabitants for this region. Just a minute, I think there's something wrong. So talking about the different culture and festives and the dance forms that are there, there is something called as the Dashavtar. So Dashavtar is basically a popular form of theater which is running down in histories of this region. It is basically referring to the depiction of Lord Vishnu, who's a Hindu god. Here the dance or the theater is divided into two sections or two sessions. The initial session, that is called the Purvarang, which will mainly depict how Lord Vishnu had defeated the demon Shanskaru, and the later part, which is called the Uttarang, and here they talk about the 10 reincarnations of Lord Vishnu. So if we can see it here, there are 10 different incarnations of Lord Vishnu, and the theater would depict all the reincarnations and try to showcase this by the help of acting and dancing. Balya is another form of dance that is very popular in Konkan, and the dance is performed mainly by standing into circles, and that is why it's also called as Jhakadi in the Raigad or Ratnagiri regions. So it's either called the Balya dance, the Chiuli dance, or the Jhakadi dance. Coming to the festival, Simga is a very important and a very worshipped festival. It's mainly performed by the villagers during the Holi festival. It's basically being the host to the Lord. Lord Ganesha would come to your home in the decorated palkis, and the family there would decorate their house. They would invite the Lord there. They will play like a host to the Lord, and then the palki is moved to almost all the households of the villages, or maybe a particular section of the village, and the entire festival is having decorations and dance, and it's a very highly cherished festival by the Konkanis. The famous dish that is usually cooked during this festival is Puran Poli. Ganesh Chaturthi, we all know, is very widely celebrated not only in Konkan or in Maharashtra, but nowadays today all over the world. So the idol Ganesh is again invited home. There can be different days, length of days where you worship, and then finally there is Visarjan taking place for the idol in the river body. The common food that is offered as a prasad or as an offering is modak. Mangala Gauri is another festival that we would witness in the Konkan region. It is mainly performed by the women of the household, and there is dedication and worship to goddess Gauri. And this is mainly so that they could pray for the health, wellness, and prosperity of their husbands and the family. So the women is fasting the whole day, and then after the puja, they would break their fast. And Gudi Padwa, which would mark the beginning of the Hindu calendar for the Maharashtrians. Now, Gudi would stand for victory and prosperity. It denotes the victory of Lord Ram over Ravan, and that is why if we look at the picture here, it more or less depicts like a flag which is there on a stick. So the flag represents that the victory and achievement, and that is usually hosted in each and every household on the windows there on the day of Gudi Padwa. And Diwali, which is a common, I wouldn't say very peculiar to Konkan region, but it's a common festival. And the Konkanis would have their own special preparations like karanjis, chivda, chaplis, shakkarpala, etc. So there is preparation of sweet as well as savory snacks during the Diwali festival. Very briefly talking about the attire now, traditionally, as we said, the occupation was mainly involving a lot of agricultural work and a lot of fishing activities. That is why we will see the men and women having a dhoti style of attire. The women will have a sari which is wrapped like a dhoti and finally tucked into the waist, and this is called a nawari. And the males will wear the dhotis in different styles depending on whether if it is an occasion, the dhoti is usually up till the knee, and if it is a fisherman who is supposed to go hunting for the fish, etc., so then the dhoti is wrapped up over the knee so that they can immerse themselves into the water, they can go down into the water. So thank you so much for all the patient listening. I hope I've done justice to this particular topic, and so thank you so much for all the opportunity. Dhanyavad.
Thank you very much, Ms. Bhavisha, and it was a wonderful presentation, taking all of us from right from Odisha to the coastal area of Maharashtra, that is the Konkan, which has been very much influenced by the Portugal, the French, and the fishing communities. So you have taken us to the food and culture of Konkan region, and we are now at 1:32 p.m. and without wasting much of the time, I would like to thank Ms. Bhavisha Sancheti and IGNOU Regional Center Mumbai, our colleague Dr. Krishna Rao, for giving such a wonderful presentation on Konkan food and culture. And we heard about the kokum, the coconut, the fish, the kombdi vade, the bombil fry, and the desserts to the beverages. And I'm sure people from Odisha would be looking forward to come to Konkan, and we can become the host for good Konkani dishes. Thank you very much, Bhavisha. And taking further the journey of the culinary arts and the cuisine, I would like to invite Ms. Ruchu Kutiala, who will be speaking on the versatile Maharashtrian cuisine, various shades for health, because as Dr. U.C. Pandey has just stated, that the way to man's heart is through their stomach. And definitely, when we talk of both stomach as well as heart, it is health which becomes very important, and how good the Maharashtrian food is for the health. Ms. Ruchi Kutiala would be speaking. And to introduce her, we have with us Dr. D.R. Sharma, Senior Regional Director, IGNOU Regional Center, Pune. May I now request Dr. Sharma, sir, to kindly introduce Professor Ruchu Kutiala.
Thank you, Dr.
Over to you,
Saun,
sir.
for giving me this opportunity. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I thank Honorable Vice Chancellor for motivating all the regional centers for organizing such a program for the national unity. And I thank Director Asri, Dr. U.C. Pandey, for gracing this occasion. I thank Sivaswarup sir, who is coordinating this entire activity. Welcoming Professor Ruchu Kutiala is a great opportunity for me, because she is a certified clinical and sports nutritionist with a vast industrial and academic experience of 14 years. A gold medalist and a scholarship holder throughout her nutrition education, has always been keen on teaching and learning nutrition and wellness. She is internationally certified in functional bowel disorders from Monash University, Australia, and diabetes educator from Fortis Hospital. She has various other certifications to her credit, like gut health, ketosis coach, and dietary supplements advisor. She has many research papers to her credit. She has been advisor to many organizations. She is very much interested in immunotherapy and importance of organic farming, and has won prizes in the international conference for a presentation on functional foods and its potential health benefits in immunotherapy. She has attended 5 faculty development programs under AICTE and has been invited as a resource person by various colleges to deliver on functional foods and its importance in pandemic. She has also developed a course content for medical nutrition therapy and gut health, nutrition in sports, immunotherapy, functional foods, etc. She has also written a book on weight management. We are eagerly waiting for its publication as early as possible, which is on the final stage for publication. Now, I welcome Professor Rusu Kutiala to present her lecture. Welcome, ma'am.
So very good afternoon to everybody. So I hope I am much audible to each one of you. If you can just give me a green signal.
Yes, please. Yes.
Right. So thank you so much for such a wonderful welcome. And I also thank the team of IGNOU that you have given me this opportunity. Plus, it was a pleasure listening to all the very dignified as well as quite senior people in terms of their sessions today. We all have been listening this morning at how Russian cuisine is so wonderful, and most likely it is. No wonder it is very much complete in terms of nutrition. But as a person practicing in nutrition from past 14 years, today I am going to give you a different perspective or a different way that where Maharashtra cuisine really stand out, or maybe in terms of the nutrition value, what could be the little amendments which could be done in the future or maybe in our daily to daily diet as per our dietary requirements. Because we have all learned about the wonderful cuisine, and I'm sure we are feeling hungry also, and we all must have become more of Maharashtrian cuisine, and we are. But at the same time, like as it is always said, that every state has some strengths, and there are certain things which could also be a little polished. So with this kind of a journey, I would like to end my presentation. So I'll be sharing my slides. Kindly confirm you are able to see the screen. So are my slides visible?
Yes, please.
So when I'm changing the slides, is it getting changed?
Yes.
All right, thank you. So let's share a journey of the versatile Russian cuisine, definitely with the various shades of health, that what are the strengths and what are the areas where we can look upon to strengthen it more. As we all know, the significance we have been discussing that for Maharashtra is actually equal to Brahma, the creator of the universe. They really worship food, and for them, before every occasion, they try to offer some kind of delicious kind of preparations to their god, like the way we say modak. Who needs a reason actually to eat a modak? And a very wholesome and quite nutritious kind of a recipe where you can have cereal and also as a filling, you can have variety. It could be coconut, it could be jaggery, it could be anything what you think it of. It could be enjoyed by every person in the group, not in taste, but also because of its nutrition composition. And Shira. Shira prepared by every part of India. But when you see the here in the Maharashtra, it has got a touch of milk, what we say as in good in calcium. It has got a touch of ghee, which in itself, not only for taste, but excellent even for the bone health as well, apart from giving us the energy. And if you see, there could be a touch of saffron or maybe so many, especially like banana could also be added for the same. Maharashtra is high industrialized state in India, but when you see for the agriculture, there is a lot of variety. Perhaps if you go and roam around part in India, you will find Maharashtra as the only state really tries to incorporate the millets in the diet. No wonder they're also called as the capital of diabetes in terms of India I'm talking over here. So we all know that diabetes is increasing day by day with sedentary lifestyle, because of the kind of the jobs what we are doing and the worsening effect also be done by the COVID sedentary lifestyle. So in such, we really require that some kind of foods which we can enjoy as a cereal, which will be giving much, at the same time would improve the function of the insulin and the insulin sensitivity. So here I'd like to appreciate that we enjoy without taking any kind of efforts. 60-70% of the population enjoys jowar, bajra, just not wheat and rice, but all these millets as a very dominant part of their, I would like to say, platter. Apart from this, pulse, any Maharashtrian thali you will see, you will always find two types of protein where they really focus upon. That is some milk-based, and the other could be definitely pulses-based, like usal or maybe varanat. These are one of the examples that you will always find in their platter. Apart from this, so many herbs like turmeric, onions, then you will find sugarcane. Sugarcane juice, we all know how much it is excellent for detoxification. It is an excellent kind of a product, especially for liver health. Liver, as the master of the metabolism, definitely needs some kind of rest for a few days. So sugarcane juice could be an excellent kind of the variety in this. So as per now, summers are also coming. Now, juice is available, and this could be used by people to improve their liver health. Without doing any kind of efforts, they are too much attuned. Maharashtrian, they are too much attuned to use groundnut, as well as different variety of seeds like sunflower, safflower, apart from this coconut. Remember those days whenever you used to get hurt, or maybe there is some scar or mark. Everybody used to, why don't you apply some coconut oil? Whenever you feel some kind of dryness on the skin, everybody used to say, and today we say that, why don't you apply some coconut oil for some kind of moisture content on the skin? So the same kind of effect it gives inside the cell. We are always running behind type of nuts, for example, almonds or maybe cashews or maybe pistachio. Maybe it is not in the reach of everybody's pocket. But when you talk about peanuts, a very good and cheapest source of, I would like to say, protein available, which is effortlessly in the Maharashtrian diet. We use it not only for palatability, but also as a good source of proteins. Coconut, it has been recognized in so platform that not only good source of calcium, but excellent for the health as well. That is intestines, for your bowel movement, and for your good bacteria. There are also some huge number of other cultivars in terms of fruits like mango. We also call it as fruit raja, the king of the fruits, and it is a bounty full of vitamin A, which is very good for the health of your lungs, health of your intestines, as well as your eyes. Bananas, I would like to say, it is like one source of calories or a snacky kind of available. Grapes and oranges, the other ones. Maharashtrian food, if you just compare it, is basically divided into two kind of sections. It has spoken about that the Konkan area, where you would see that there is a good usage of coconut-based and peanut-based. And if you see the next part of it, you would like to see that there is a use of flesh over there. Not to forget, regarding the flesh, I would say that it is an excellent source of proteins, iron, group vitamins, but not to forget that flesh foods also contain good amount of cholesterol. Cholesterol is not something which I would like to say as the principal component of heart attacks, which is a myth of people. But at the same time, cholesterol is also called as non-essential nutrient. That means your body produces it on its own. Whatever you are eating from outside, you need to be very, very conscious. Like if you see in one part of Maharashtra where they really enjoy the foods which are rich in the flesh, like mutton-based recipes or maybe chicken-based recipes, it's a very good practice and should be incorporated. That we basically should be incorporating good amount of salads with it and to use only and only bhakris in spite of using of the rice, because they would be basically performing the role of cholesterol binding, rich in certain these kind of recipes, and will help you in improving your health. Secondly, I would also like to say that we all have a tendency to use more of gravies. Not to forget, gravies only contain maximum targa. So as a piece of advice, you can take one piece more so that you can get more of calcium as well, apart from taking more amount of gravies. I hope I am properly audible.
Yes, yes, please.
Okay, thank you so much. Who needs a reason to enjoy vada pav? People say that it needs to rain, but I feel over here there is no reason. If you're feeling bored, you can have vada pav with a chai. If you're feeling too happy today, you can have. It's just like a tiny, miny snack, which we also call it as Indian burgers. But at the same time, the plus point of our this Indian burger is that it contains cereal as well as a touch of besan on the top, which is also called as the flour or maybe the protein. And inside it, it's again the cereal, that is the potato. So sometimes with this, instead of having very spicy chutneys, also incorporate coconut or maybe groundnut chutneys to use more of its nutritive value. Moving on, something to really appreciate for the Bombay duck. My former speaker, Bhavisha, also spoke about it, that how come in the coastal areas, especially the Konkan western coastal areas in India, this dish is enjoyed as Bombay fry. But I want to take you to some magnificent kind of facts about it. If you are taking 100 grams of dried Bombay fish, it can give you these many kilocalories, 293, as protein equal to 61 grams. This is something to be noted. Could see in our country and even in Maharashtra, I see so many sports, so many young children, they are coming forward. Not only that, Maharashtra is that kind of a progressive state, which really focuses upon marathon for certain causes. People are really friendly for their fitness. Over here, I would like to say that this duck, Bombay, could be one of a very good source of a protein. 61 grams in 100 grams of dried. It is really a good thing to be taken, which you may not be finding very easily in some other sources. And you compare it with the amount of what you are having, 4 grams of fat. That means in the terminology, it is called as lean source of protein. That source, especially if you are into sports, you have got children who are into sports, that means people with special needs, where you really need to concentrate upon the protein content. If you are a patient clinically under the advice of a nutritionist or dietitian, when you require good amount of protein. If I see in India, whenever you take a dietary recall, you will always find that people take more of cereals and little less of protein. Now it is a high time to change. So this is one of the sources. If you are a flesh eater and eat fish, then excellent source of protein, very less amount of fat if we compare, it is negligible, and bountiful of minerals, zinc, magnesium, calcium, phosphorus, and so on. And not that, even vitamin C, and very less amount of carbohydrate, that is hardly 2 grams of carbohydrate. And could you see the kind of the calcium, 1,390 milligrams of calcium, 240 milligrams of phosphorus, and 19 milligrams of iron. We all know in our country, the women, especially the children category, they are suffering from problems related to very weak bone health, or maybe problems related to bone. Not only that, with the increase in the obesity in itself called as a hidden hunger of the micronutrients, where people are not able to balance which nutrients to take more, which to take basically less, or maybe in the moderate amount. This stands out as a very good source of less calories, but excellent minerals, proteins, as well as less fats itself. Now, whatever the fat is present in this Bombay duck, like other food also, what we can say, has omega-3 fatty acids, which is excellent for heart functioning, which helps you to reduce bad cholesterol, what we can also say as LDL, and in a generic term, we call it as bad cholesterol, which may participate high amount of the triglycerides in the heart issues or heart diseases. We all know now there is no age to suffer from heart problems. Even a 25 or 28 years old can also get because of wrong lifestyles. So really something to appreciate in the Maharashtrian thali, the kind of the food preferences, this particular kind of item. Not only that, it also contains the raw material to make up your, I would like to say, bones and the cartilage, that is chondroitin sulfate, glucosamine sulfate, to make up for your good bone health. Moving forward, Garcia Indica, he spoke about Kokam Sharbat. Now is the time to just enjoy it, because this Kokam Sharbat, I would like to say in COVID, there was one word which was searched like anything, that was called as immunity. Immunity boosters, how to increase the immunity. So here I would like to say something to be appreciated in the Maharashtra. Already we are having this sharbat, which is excellent to improve the immunity. There are huge number of research papers supporting the claim of Garcia Indica, that how it is excellent to improve immunity. And even if you see the recipe when we talk about it, contains sugar. Here I would like to say, I would appreciate replace the normal white sugar with brown sugar or maybe the jaggery powder. If you're already doing it, very good. But if you are still on the white sugar, kindly improve it, because white sugar is highly processed kind of sugar, which contains a lot of sulfate and phosphoric acid, which are not that good thing for your bone because it is highly processed. Brown sugar, the less processed sugar, or jaggery. Who know the wonderful effects of jaggery? It's our Indian kind of good source of iron in the, and so many other things. So this could be replaced. Other is cumin. Cumin, we all know, it's an excellent source of calcium. I would like to jeera over here. I am saying basically excellent source of calcium. Not only that, it is very good for digestion. Nowadays, due to so many reasons, it could be stress, it could be of appreciation. I feel lack of appreciation is something which is a problem growing day by day in our minds, due to which we feel stress, due to which there are problems like indigestion, there are problems like bloating, problems like binging, eating more and not seeing what you are eating, and indigestion and acidity problems, dyspepsia is growing. And you will see in every household, if there are 10 members, whether it is a child, whether they are adult, at least 5 members would be complaining of this. But no more, because this is the recipe which can help you. It contains cumin, excellent for your digestive kind of foods. Cardamom, green color, very soothing for eyes and very soothing for blood circulation. So this whole recipe, not only that it is in the taste, but also has so many huge health benefits, not to forget black pepper. Kali mirchi, we all know how much it is good to get rid of the inflammation, how much it is good to improve your immunity, how much it is good even for increasing your blood circulation and improvement. That is what I'm trying to say as a natural kind of a blood thinner. So this is a recipe. Already it's been explained by someone. I would like to skip this part, but highly recommend Kokam. If you still not have tasted, please don't be devoid of its taste. Kindly prepare this preparation and use it now. It could be also made in some other way, that is whole curry. So here I would like to say coconut milk used. So coconut milk is excellent for the gut health, that is your intestinal health. If anybody is suffering from constipation or maybe irregular bowel movement, which is also the biggest problem nowadays, I would like to say this is again the recipe for you. You can enjoy it as a side meal in Maharashtra. It is enjoyed as a side type of an appetizer, and people really enjoy it. So I want the other states as well to enjoy this wonderful recipe, because also it helps to give calm and composure kind of effect, a coolant kind of effect, to help you to soothe acidity kind of issues. And not to forget, an excellent antioxidant it is in summers. every day we are exposed to so many, I would like to say, free radicals, whether it is dust, whether it is dirt, and due to the stress and the processed items what we are consuming, due to this, there are a lot of free radicals produced in our body. They are a continuous menace for liver health, for kidney health, and also for your, I would like to say, they are going to make your blood something like a little impure, due to which your body becomes a household or maybe a kind of a package for heart problems, for liver problems, and also for skin issues. These kind of recipes like kokam or maybe sol curry, they're excellent to get rid of all these kind of issues, at least to some extent. So Puran Poli, it looks so yum. Maybe it is enjoyed at certain occasions like Holi or maybe at Gudi Parva. Still, I would like to say, why only these occasions? Just look at the recipe. Just look at the wholesome of the recipe. See with a blend of protein, that is any kind of dal, especially it could be chana dal, and that too mixed with the jaggery. Then sesame seeds, what are a very good sources of calcium. No wonder a lot of people, even in Maharashtra, you would say, a lot of people are turning vegan day by day. Vegan, I'm trying to say over here that they are not going to consume any animal-related product. So when you are not consuming any animal or animal-related product, so there is one question that comes in, what would be the source of calcium for you? So I would like to appreciate Malaysian cuisine over here, that due to the intake of so many millets over here, especially ragi, as we have discussed before also, it's a very good source of calcium. Not only that, sesame and sesame milk, till I'm saying over here, they are very good source of calcium. Since they have a little thermogenic effect, so what could be excellent blend with the one a coolant, the other could be a little thermogenic, so that's how they are balancing itself with an amount of ghee on top. Again, very good source of energy. So this recipe could be enjoyed excellent by the children, those who are in the growing stage, excellent by the people, those who really are wanting to develop or improving their body composition. But do remember, since it contains good amount of calories, so at least keep a little bit of water on its quantity, eat it moderately. And you really do not need a reason. Maybe it could be once in a week like that, so that you can enjoy it, an excellent nutritive value. These are the ones which are eaten on a very regular kind of basis, what we say as pohe. I would like to appreciate poha over here as iron, and would like to give a tip. If a lot of people use as a lemon on the top, but you should not use lemon just to increase the palatability. Lemon should be used to increase the absorption of the iron. Iron absorption increases by 2 to 3 folds. We use anything called as rich in vitamin C. If it is lemon on the top or orange juice with it, it will be an excellent combination. Kindly refrain yourself from having tea and coffee with the pohe, or maybe anything what we call as breakfast, because in our Indian culture, whether Maharashtra, whether any part of India, people like to have tea or coffee for breakfast. You just need to have 20 minutes gap. I'm not asking for more, 20 minutes gap, so that you are not hindering iron and calcium absorption. So pohe, not only enjoy its taste, but also a pinch of iron with vitamin C, so that you can have and absorb good amount of iron. Then vadi. This vadi basically contains chickpea flour, very good in protein, and mustard oil. Mustard oil is one of the oil which is a little less in the option, and that is how, if it is used in more amount also, it is anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and the absorption is little less. The recipe is also Marathi, it is called as Bharali Bhangi, which is also basically called as stuffed eggplant. What we say as, what I would like to say, bengan. People say it is begun, but I would like to highlight over here, it has so many guns inside it. are very good source of iron and very good source of fiber. Moving on, Baran, lentils, we all know how much it is good. Then amti, again, one of the lentils recipe and very khatti-mitti kind of a recipe, which is very good for digestion process as well. Sabudana Khichdi, maybe on any kind of fasting days, or just like that, it is very common recipe. Just I would like to say over here, sagu, what we all know, is excellent source of carbohydrates, but not to forget, even groundnuts should be there so that it becomes an excellent combination of cereal as well as pulses. Thali peat, mixture of anything what you can think about, very nutritious Indian pancake. Whatever is left with your millets, the cereals, and plus your pulses, it's like a folk recipe. Change it the way you want. Very wholesome kind of a recipe. In the end, I would like to sum up and say that Maharashtrian people totally believe in hospitality. If you see the thali, it is a very delightful or maybe pleasure to see the thali. In 2009 and 2010, Maharashtrian thali was also appreciated by Indian Dietetic Association as one of the wholesome meal, containing the sweet on the left side, because generally when we eat, our hand go left, a little less towards the left side. So that sweet is a little to be eaten and salads toward the right side so that we eat more of it. Two types of pulses or maybe some flesh. Papad is there, chutneys are there as a bountiful of, I would like to say, probiotics and also a good amount of nutrition products. So they totally believe in hospitality, something which has to be appreciated upon. The people are known for the aesthetic presentation of food, which are extra allured to. My last slide is something, a thought to ponder. Since morning, we are discussing about how Maharashtra is evolving, how we all are enjoying to be a part of it. We all are so learned people over here, but this is something which I want to leave as a thought to ponder upon. Because according to the report, Maharashtra had the highest number of malnourished children, which is also, I would like to say, more as compared to Bihar and then Gujarat. Today, we learned people from different parts of education, from different parts of society. We have excellent kind of food sources in Maharashtra, and I am sure in other states as well, which are excellent in terms of protein. It is very sad to know when some child dies because of protein energy malnutrition. We are definitely saying laurels to our cuisine, but at the same time, it's a thought to ponder upon what could be done for these children, because very soon beef has also been banned. And there are a lot of section of population which were relying on beef as a source of their protein. So now they do not know that beef they cannot have. Then what next? Lentils, mixture of flours, or for calcium, sesame. This is the kind of the thing which needs to reach out to such kind of households and to improve this number. So I hope we all will join hands, and in our own capacity, what we can do, we would be trying to bring this number down so that we don't outshine as a cuisine, but also as a cause that we can lower the malnutrition. So thank you so much for listening me patiently and giving me this opportunity. Thanks a lot once again from us.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ruchi Kutihala. Dr. Sharma, sir, would you like to say something?
It is an excellent presentation. It will be liked by everybody. Thank you, ma'am, for sparing your time and participating in our event. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And I thank Ms. Ruchu Kutihala once again for taking us to the versatility of the Maharashtrian cuisine and knowing about the health and the health aspects of the Maharashtrian dishes. They say that what you eat is manifested in your health. So this encompasses what Ruchu Kutihala
has already reiterated. So finally, we come to the end of this particular program. On behalf of IGNOU Regional Center Pune, IGNOU Regional Center Mumbai, and Nagpur, and our regional centers in the state of Odisha, and our partner VNIT Nagpur, I thank you once again, Ms. Ruchu Kuthiala, and I request Dr. Bimal Chandra Nanda, the Deputy Director from Regional Center Bhubaneswar, to give a formal vote of thanks. Over to you, Dr. Nanda.
Thank you so much, Sonan sir. Respected Dr. Shiv Swarup sir, Senior RD Nagpur, and the Chief Host of the occasion, Dr. Nimbate, Coordinator EBSB, VNIT Nagpur, esteemed experts of the webinar, respected Regional Directors of Bhubaneswar, Mumbai, Koraput and Pune, esteemed colleagues from the 5 regional centers, our dear students and other participants. Very good afternoon to all of you. It's my privilege and pleasure to propose a formal vote of thanks to all of you for making this webinar a grand success. At the outset, I would convey our heartfelt gratitude in absentia to the Honorable Prime Minister of India and the Ministry of Education, who have been the inspiration behind the Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat movement. I also thank in absentia our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao sir, whose dynamic leadership has propelled all of us to celebrate India's unity and diversity across the country, true to IGNOU's reputation as an organization of national repute and national presence. We thank respected Director RSD, Dr. UC Pandey sir, who agreed to be the guest of honor on the occasion despite his busy schedule. We are grateful to him for his kind presence and inspiring address. I also convey our gratitude to Dr. G.N. Nimbate, Coordinator Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat at VNIT Nagpur, for his gracious presence, help and support in the organization of this program. We are thankful to Professor Jitendra Srivastava, the IGNOU's coordinators for Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat program, for his guidance and support time to time. Ladies and gentlemen, the presiding deities of the day are our esteemed experts, Sri Vishnu Manohar from Nagpur, Sri Lakshmi Narayan Das and Sri Aditya Singh Dev from Bhubaneswar, Dr. Rajat Kumar Sadangi from Koraput, Ms. Bhabisha Sancheti from Mumbai, and Ms. Rishika Kuthiala from Pune, who have in a nutshell equipped all of us with the knowledge of the food and cultural heritage of different corners of Odisha and Maharashtra. Our special thanks are due to all our students, coordinators and other invitees for their keen participation and curiosity. I also thank Dr. Shomasi Shaunand sir for making the presentation of the program both spicy and lively. Thank you so much, sir. Your presentation was a special dish for all of us. Thank you and congratulations. Our special thanks are also due to Dr. Shakti Sharma for her precious support and presence in the webinar. I also take this opportunity to convey our collective thankfulness to all the regional directors, academic and non-academic members of IGNOU regional centers in Maharashtra and Odisha for making this webinar what it is. That's a great success. Our special thanks are due to RD Nagpur, Dr. Shiv Swarup sir, and his team members from Nagpur for their concerted efforts to bring this program to a successful conclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all once again.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nanda, for such a wonderful vote of thanks. May I now request all of you to come onto the camera, switch on your camera so that I can take a very nice screenshot of all of us for a fond memory of all of us. And I request all to kindly come onto the camera, please.
generally after the vote of thanks, Dr. Nanda, kindly be seated, please. I'll be taking screenshot. I request Dr. Nimbate and Dr. Santosh, Dr. Bhavisha Sancheti, Nambudripad, Dr. Pravat, and other members from regional centers to kindly come on to the camera, please. Yeah, that's it. Little bit of smile after I know that we are all hungry after listening to such a beautiful journey of the cuisines of 2 states. So, but still, a smile on the face will satisfy us. Listening about food.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So may I now request
and some food online also, so that we'll quench our thirst and hunger.
Yeah, that is the food for thought, I would say. So yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And may I now request Mr. Joshi to play the national anthem, and I request all of you to stand.
Thank you. Okay.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you very much, everybody. And may I now request Dr. Shiv Swarup to formally close the meeting. And I thank each one of you for being with us and making this program a grand success. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, everyone, for making a really a grand success. We thought of up to 130, it has gone up to 215. And that shows the vividity of the various food items of both the states. And we had excellent experts, starting from Vishnu Manohar to Ruchu Kithiala. So thank you very much, all my colleagues, all the experts, and all the participants of the webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.